or whatever who does all those. If you're someone like
watched him.
that,
Yeah.
I like him. I really like
He's
him.
good.
Yeah. But yeah, unless you're someone like him who racks up tens and tens and tens of thousands of, views in each video, it's typically not,
Yep.
but. Oh, we're live already.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just going to write Matt Rom real fast.
Here, yapping. Didn't realize we were live yet. All right.
Well, I guess we could go ahead and start. I sent him.
I got a lot of movies I wrote down.
Yeah, and I'm going to do something different. So Corey, actually Matt Rice and Matt were here last night, but last night we did something different where we actually showed the picture of what we were talking about. So we're going to do it again tonight. Oh no, we lost Corey.
No. Oh. It's always something with his internet.
He went to the chopper.
He did.
Yeah, this is the year.
Hey, Artur.
Yeah.
You mind if I skip this one? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with a friend.
No, that's fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
Like, it's been like 2 years and we're finally talking. Like, he's been busy, so
yeah.
I just want to catch up with him. Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. And the link is still there, so whenever you're able, again, you could hop on if we're still talking.
Okay, because I don't want to be in the living room and like you guys overhear my brother and just have myself muted the whole time. So I'm just gonna leave, and if I come back, I come back.
Okay. I'll go ahead and boot him, Arturo.
He's back. He's back.
Okay.
Okay. What happened, Corey?
I don't know.
Here, you were just
to
gone.
Yeah. Matt Ron's writing now. He's writing. He's writing. He's doing it now.
Send the link out a little earlier than you do.
Huh?
Like a little sooner before showtime.
Well, I sent it about 5 minutes ahead.
Okay. Simon says, looking forward to the best year of the 80s for movies. And something that I discovered when I was going through I do still think 84, but I forgot how many movies were on here for 87
Actually, I need to pull those up.
And I didn't even, and what I wrote down was like ones that I had seen and kind of like, not necessarily, I wasn't crazy about all of them, but I saw them. And so I have a whole bunch, but I didn't even write down all of them because there were others that I had seen. I just didn't bother.
There's a lot. There is a lot.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
Just many.
Quite surprising.
So Matt Ron says he'll be in just 5 minutes, but we could go ahead and get started. So this is Arturelia Movie and Showroom Discussions. The next episode for Rockin' the 80s, 1987. There's some good films this year, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the 80s have not disappointed us. I mean, there's been there's some bad films every year, but a lot of gems in the 80s.
So did you print off the box office? The top box office?
Yeah, I've got it pulled up on my screen here. I'm looking at it, and surprisingly,
I would guess. Okay, if you say surprisingly, then I guess it's not it. I was going to say maybe Dirty Dancing, but maybe that's not it.
You know what? Dirty Dancing came out. Actually, I don't remember when the number one came out, but Dirty Dancing actually didn't come out until I think August or something.
Of what, 87?
Of 87. My mom and dad saw it when we went to the beach one time, like around Christmas. And it must have still been playing in like a small theater or something. They went and saw it there. Let me double check when the first one, the number one came out.
Well, the one film that they have number one is Three Men and a Baby.
Okay, that one actually came out after Dirty Dancing.
What, 3 Men and a Baby?
Yes, it came out in November.
What?
I would have never pictured that movie being number one.
What is
it? It was a okay. You've never seen that.
It's got the guy from Magnum. It looks like.
Yes.
Got Steve Guttenberg.
80s best for movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree, Mark. 80s is
whoa.
phenomenal for them. Oh, can you not see it, Arturo?
Huh?
Oh, I was posted Mark's comment. He said it was best for movies and best for music. I'm sure Corey, Chester Copperpot would absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. Let me share the screen of that film. It's kind of a small picture, though. That's
So you haven't seen that movie, obviously, Arturo, because you haven't seen most of the movies we're talking about.
No.
But 3 Men and a Baby was about, it's these three bachelors living together, and one day someone drops off a baby at their place and claims that it's the child of one of the bachelors. I think it was supposed to have been Ted Danson's child.
Probably. Yeah,
I think.
I don't
And
remember.
she just leaves the baby there, and these guys, it's a comedic, sweet story about how they are trying to figure out how to take care of this little child, and they're these bachelors.
This feels kind of familiar, but
I think you would like it.
I'm mixing it up with something else.
Feels like it's a Mr. Mom type deal, or
Police Academy versus Magnum.
GI
versus Cheers.
There you go.
I would say Three Men and a Baby is like Baby's Day Out done correctly.
I've never seen Baby's Day Out, I don't think, but this actually, if I remember correctly, this film was an American remake of an original French film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I saw the French film later, and I was like, "Wait a second, this is 3 Men and a Baby," and then I think I found out that the French one came first.
I'm just really surprised that beat out Dirty Dancing. I would have just, I don't know.
Maybe I don't.
I think
know.
Dirty Dancing has had the more lasting appeal for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
in my opinion.
3 Men and a Baby. I guess maybe it appealed to like it could It was like a family-friendly film. It really was.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think this is a contender for best movie year of the '80s. My apologies to 1984. Well, I'll think about maybe.
Uh-oh.
3 Men and a Baby.
Ding, ding, ding.
One.
Well, he's just talking about the year in general, I think.
But yeah, I've never seen this film.
Best movie year. Did you see what he posted right before that? Because he said it was directed by Mr. Spock.
Spock.
1, 2.
Really?
Huh.
I gotta look that up. Hold on. I had no idea.
Oh,
yes, absolutely. Leonard Nimoy directed that movie. I had no clue.
Whoa, for real?
Yes. I just looked it up. Yeah, wow. This is something I've learned today.
You learn something every day.
I did not know he was a director.
It's such not a movie you would think he would direct.
Exactly. Right? But yeah, that was number one. Okay. I remember it being really big that year.
Also,
what? Oh, this.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, also, isn't this the one with the urban legend about the house being haunted?
Yes.
Because someone put like a sign or something. It was like a movie poster.
Yeah, it was an urban legend about that was supposed to be the ghost of a kid or someone that had killed themselves or something like that. But that was not. It was just a movie poster or something.
They stored it in the wrong place, and like in one of the scenes, like the light went by and they thought they saw somebody.
Yeah. Well, you can see. I think you can see it in some of the in one of the shots at least.
Yeah.
So anyway.
But yeah, I've never seen it.
I think you would like it, Arturo. A lot of the films we talk about, I think you would actually like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, can we talk about the one that we recently reviewed just 2 months ago? There's Matt.
Best movie.
Hey.
Best movie of '87.
Is he? Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt. Well, I don't know. It's close.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
How you doing?
Good.
He's kind of frozen.
I would choose it over Predator, but that's just,
Okay, hold on. Let me pull this baby up.
I guess maybe I would too. Honestly, it's hard because I love Predator too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, to me, The Lost Boys is more rewatchable. Not that Predator's not.
Right.
But
it's true because Predator, there's a whole it's a bunch of shooting and blood and gore and all that.
Well, I mean, Mom, this kind of has
It
Cool.
does, but it's also got that comedy to it, and the family situation, and the brothers' chemistry, and just all of that. So
Just
yeah,
like in the comics.
Lost Boys has
brother.
more going on within the
Yeah.
movie. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
the Predator's cool, and the Predator itself, but
Yep.
you know, I'm not saying it's a one-dimensional movie, but
No.
right. It's just more like a survival
right.
type of, it's like a creature horror. Well, the Lost Boys would be too, but like you said, there's more going on in it.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
lot more
well,
detailed.
Lost Boys. I mean, what I liked about this film is that the way he wrote the characters and the story was well done. Like he had time to flesh out these characters, even the bad guys, and just the brother connection. And on top of that, the guy is having a bad day because he's turning into a vampire. I mean, I really like it. It's really 80s, that's for sure.
Soundtrack.
Really classic.
Come on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, I used to listen to that thing like nonstop on the school bus to and from. And I would also wake up early in the morning to watch it before I had to go to school.
Lost Boys might be my favorite movie from the 80s, and that's really saying something. The competition in the 80s was stiff.
Yeah, for sure. There are so many great films. Oh,
I could see that.
I could watch this film. Like I could turn this off and I could just go and just rewatch this film right now. I could do that with a lot of the ones we talk about, but this
I don't know.
one,
This one you could tell it's got some sort of big nostalgia feel to it. Just watching it. Even Corey and I haven't even grown up in the 80s, but gosh, we always had that feeling just watching that film. It's almost like the good old days, you know?
Yeah.
the good old days before you were even born.
Yeah.
Days.
Have you seen? I saw something actually on YouTube recently. I have not watched it yet, but I put it in my to watch list as a reaction for my channel. But it's something about the ending or the alternate ending of the Lost Boys or something like that, and it has the two Coreys grown up.
Oh, really?
It's like a 4 or 5 minute video.
Really?
Yeah. I'm hearing myself. Is anybody hearing an echo?
Yeah, there's
bit, yeah.
one.
Somebody might not have earbuds in.
Is it from my side?
I mean, I don't, but I never have earbuds in. So.
Yeah, I don't have earbuds in.
Yeah, it's
I don't have earbuds in either.
Okay, then somebody's picking up. It's picking up me through the mic, and or through the speakers, and the mic is picking it up.
I don't hear anymore. So
okay, sounds like it's gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, great film.
Indeed, it is.
Yes, it is. Doesn't really much more.
One of Joel Schumacher's finest.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I bought it was like an anniversary edition of it, and it had a lot of the background stuff, and also I listened to his commentary. I loved listening to his commentary. It was so interesting.
Yeah.
He was talking about how many times he made the 4 vamps walk up the hill after they killed those metalheads.
Right.
And he was saying, like, I don't know why they had to do this so many times. He kept walking up the hill, walking up the hill, walking up the hill, walking up the hill. He says, I don't even know why, because they did it fine, like every single time.
His brother too was really funny. And the other brothers too.
Oh, the Frog Brothers?
Yeah, the Frog Brothers, but also his brother too. Just that famous line that we keep quoting too. You know,
like
my own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Oh, you wait until mom finds out, buddy.
Wait till mom finds out,
like
buddy.
there's so many dynamics going on. You have the Frog Brothers, then you have the Brother Brothers on top of the vampire,
There we go.
on top of who is the main vampire. Just so many different things going on, but they're all fun. Like
Yes.
they're all fun, you know.
No,
Yeah.
Also the symbolism too, like what this is. This is also about broken families because their family was broken up, and then the new potential stepfather figure coming in, and all of the issues that come with that. And so it takes these very serious subject matter, and it just combines it all in such an entertaining way.
So Matt, Ron, I think you recently watched this for the first time. Am I correct? I think we talked about this at work.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
The Lost Boys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I did.
Oh my god!
He hadn't watched it until recently.
He hates it.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of 1987 films, but I just recently saw Lost Boys like 2 weeks ago, or maybe
Oh
even
my
3.
Lucky.
Oh.
Well,
I
hey,
know, experienced it for the first time.
Yep, and hey,
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the right answer. That's the right answer.
I know. We were going to kick you out if you said you didn't like
Oh,
it.
come on, Mom.
Yeah.
Everybody grew up during that time.
Heavy censoring here.
I mean, it's the thing these days.
Now, wait a minute. Are you
Well.
going to kick me out for some of the films I haven't seen?
No,
Probably.
I was. He
I'm
said he liked it.
the one
and-
hosting this.
No, Arturo. He said he liked it, and Corey said that was the right answer. And I was like, okay, yeah, because if he said something else, I was going to kick you out.
That's
what it was referring to. Let's see.
I love Lost Boys.
Originally slated to. Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I think the Lost Boys was originally slated to be directed by a guy who did Goonies. Oh, interesting. A coming of age, pre-adolescent vampire movie.
Did you know that, Corey?
I did not, but I mean, it's kind of what it is anyway. I mean, I'm sure it would be different with him directing it, but
Yeah.
you know.
I'm very satisfied with the Schumacher version.
Yeah.
Now,
Could have been better.
the other one that we were basically talking about is, Full Metal Jacket might be my favorite.
Yeah, I had written that one down too. I saw that.
Wait, yeah, you saw Full Metal Jacket, and
I
Matt
did.
Ron's seen it. Corey, have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Matt Air, have you seen it?
I think I've seen pieces of it. I don't know if I've seen the whole thing.
And Mike, have you seen it?
I have a copy of it.
I'm the only one that hasn't seen it.
It's really good.
Oh no, we lost Matt Ron again.
Again,
That's the second
he's
time
having
now.
trouble with his internet. I think.
Maybe.
I'm not.
Yeah, I wrote down RoboCop as well.
Oh, yeah,
wait,
yeah.
RoboCop came out that year?
Yes, it did.
I have not seen RoboCop, so
It's good.
I would
Woo!
buy that for $1.
All right.
I've not seen every '80s film.
But it's one of the big ones.
I know.
Yep.
I know. That's
And it's got the best line ever.
that's probably
Yeah.
one of the biggest ones I've not seen.
Which line is that?
I'd buy that for $1.
Oh, let me find a wallpaper of that.
And it's so kid friendly.
Yeah,
Here we go.
I've heard that's what made me want to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
They-
kid friendly and RoboCop, was there a scene in that movie, because it's been a long, long time since I've seen it, was there a scene in that movie where this woman was about to be raped by a group of guys and he comes up and he saves her? Did that happen?
I think there was, yeah.
I'm trying to remember that.
I can't tell because it's been a long time, but somebody had suggested that I go and watch this fan-made like remake of it or something, or some fan version of it, and they recommended scene 27. And I went and I watched this. I don't know that I'm going to put it up as reaction because it's basically that scene, except then it starts getting ridiculous. So the cop shoots the bad guys when the first woman he comes along that's being attacked, and then like enter stage left or right, here comes another group of guys dragging a girl that they're going to rape right in front of the whole crowd, you know, except this time their fly is open and everything's hanging out. And so then he starts just shooting off that. And then all these other groups of guys dragging girls come around getting ready to rape them, and everybody's got their fly open with their member hanging out, and he just shoots them all there, just in that spot. And it's like, and it was really graphic. And I'm like, and if I put it up, it's going to be like all of those areas are going to be blurred out.
The original was pretty graphic as well.
It was, as far as the violence, but I don't remember it showing intimate, like up close pictures of
parts being shot off.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Not up close, but if I remember correctly, I think it was just like it shows like a blood kind of I don't want to go into too much detail. I know it's pretty.
We'll take your word for it.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, Mom, just you explaining that.
Yes, Simon.
Okay, I'm going to prepare myself.
I didn't remember. I mean, it sort of like sparked this faint memory in me that maybe that was a scene I was familiar with, but then I didn't realize how much of a parody this thing was that I was watching, and it was just.
Me, it sounds a little corny, except really gnarly, and
the thing I watched, yes, it was really gross.
There's
After a while, I was like,
get him. Okay, I mean, I only saw bits of like RoboCop.
Oh, righty then.
Yeah, Doug Hart. Oh yeah. Yep. Doug Hart. Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh gosh. Anyway, was that in the top 10? One of the movies in the top 10? No, it was not.
No, I didn't see it on the top. Beverly Hills Cop was the second one. Was the third?
Yeah, it was number 3.
Beverly Hills Cop.
What's that?
What was 2?
Fatal Attraction. I was going to bring that up.
Fatal Attraction.
Because that movie really.
That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was, and it sort of kind of started the genre of, the Fatal Attraction type things, where a person that's rebuffed and they can't get over it, and they go after the person. Yeah, and
Obsession movie.
He basically, this guy, he cheats on his wife with this girl. And then he's like, oh, I made a mistake, shouldn't have done it, and whatever. Well, she doesn't want to let him go. So she starts terrorizing him and his family. That's the gist of it. Mm-hmm.
All right, hold on.
And she was freaking scary in that movie.
Yeah,
wait, so that was...
No pet bunnies are safe, y'all.
Yeah, really.
I've never heard of this. I don't think I've heard of this until today.
It did it did to pet bunnies whatever happened to Baby Jane did to parrots.
See, I don't remember. I don't know if I've seen whatever happened to Baby Jane all the way through, and if I have, I don't forget that. I mean, I don't remember that part.
It was like a moment in the movie where who is it? Blanche is telling Jane that, oh man, well your parrot just flew away, and then later on in the movie it's like, oh, by the way, here's your dinner for you. She reveals it, and yeah.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that movie.
Yes.
Aren't there two versions of it, like the original and then maybe a remake, a made for TV remake with one of the Red Grave girls in it?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a made for TV remake of it.
Yeah, I think there is. But anyway, that's another good film, Archer. You'd probably like. You'd probably like it.
It'll mess you up, but it's still really good.
It'll mess me up. Okay, gotcha. I'm mentally prepared now. Woo-hoo. I'm trying to find I guess I'm gonna assume, Mom, you saw Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah,
and Corey, you saw Beverly Hills Cop.
The second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while. But
I remember that one.
I don't remember much about any.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they supposed to be making a new one?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
A third sequel to it?
Well, there were 3 movies, I thought.
Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, would be Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Yeah.
I've heard 3 is horrible, but I've not seen 3.
I saw it and I don't remember much about it either.
I know it takes place in an amusement park, maybe, or something like that.
I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a few decades since I've seen them.
Have you seen them in the 80s when they came out, or at least the first one?
Yeah, I did.
Are they good, Mom? Did you like them?
I think you would like them. They're decent. They're not my favorite film.
Really good.
Yeah, they're not my favorite films, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about one film that Corey, I don't think you've seen. It was a Steven Spielberg movie.
Mm-hmm.
In 87?
Yeah, and it's Empire of the Sun.
Yeah, that one. I wrote that one down.
But I know Christian Bale's in it.
That's Christian.
I just
Christian
ordered
Bale's
that movie.
Yeah.
You just what? You just ordered it?
Was that Matt Ron?
Yeah, I just ordered it. I took Arturo's recommendation.
Oh, you hadn't seen it before?
No, yeah, he hasn't. So I mentioned it to him.
Yeah, I need to check that one out.
It's actually really it's a interesting like perspective of what was going on in Asia during World War II and what the British people that were there, like what the Japanese did with them. Hi guys, turned 21 on Monday and getting drunk.
Try not to get too drunk. You won't feel good tomorrow.
Yeah, you won't.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Loki.
This was Christian Bale's first movie, and he was a kid. And when he you know, he was bullied terribly.
Oh yeah, after.
Yeah, I guess people were jealous of him, and I thought that was pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really I'll say it's sad but good at the same time. And
well, good that he was bullied.
No. I'm talking about the movie.
Oh. Okay. It was a complete miscommunication there.
Yeah, you misunderstand me. No.
Yeah.
No.
Had John Malkovich in it, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't it have someone else in it? Oh, it had what's his name? He was in Night at the Museum, the security guard. It had him in it.
Wait.
Dick Van Dyke or
no?
Night at the Museum, the security guard.
Like Ben Stiller?
No, I don't think so.
Like the old guys?
Wait, I got to look up the cast list.
He played in that movie where he meets the family.
Meet the Parents.
Yeah, that's Ben Stiller.
Was he really young?
Hold on. He was young here.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking. I think I was thinking somebody else. Yeah, Ben Stiller was in here. There were a lot of Miranda Richardson, John Malkovich, Joe Pantoliano, the dude who played in The Matrix. There were several people in here.
But Ben Stiller was not in that, was he?
Yes, he was.
Ben Stiller was?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was young, like
he
really
was very young.
He played like an American pilot that was, in
one of the prisoners, in the camp there.
Wow. Like, you get besides us knowing what the Germans did, this is what the Japanese did in this film.
Yeah, he plays a kid. He's a British kid living in some city in China with his family. I guess his family were I don't know, maybe his dad was some sort of an ambassador or some.
It's right after Pearl Harbor, and then Japan did their thing.
And they come through, and he gets separated from his family and ends up in this prisoner of war camp, and he's just by himself. He's this kid. And it's just a story about his experiences there, and it was based on a true story. I don't know how much.
Well, yeah, like the
in here was, but he wrote the character that Christian played. I think the guy is the one who wrote the story.
Yeah, the real guy. Yeah.
Yeah, the real guy.
Oh, who did we lose? Oh, we lost Matt Air. No.
Oh.
No, don't go. Hopefully we'll be able to get back on.
Well, maybe you'll get around to seeing it sometime, Corey.
I need to.
Yeah.
I think
you both like it.
It does feel like a war 1980s war film, except
I remember.
I'm not huge into war movies.
Yeah, me either. But it's not really
about Full Metal Jacket.
No, we have not. No, well, yes, we did a little bit. We touched on it. Yeah. Wasn't Adam Baldwin in that?
Yeah, and Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, not Frio. Yeah, I forgot that he was in that. I only remember the Baldwin guy.
What's the guy's name that's in there? He was in season 1 of Stranger Things. Who is that? Oh, the main guy, basically.
Matthew Modine.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, see, I've completely forgotten about the plot. I get it mixed up with Platoon a lot.
Like the first 45 minutes of the movie take place in boot camp.
Yeah, I saw some clips of it on YouTube.
Which Full Metal I do like because
the rest is like in Vietnam.
Yeah, the first 45 minutes are pretty much just like, I don't know, a character.
But
build.
I think it helps to establish a 3-act structure in the movie because, I mean, technically the movie is in 3 acts.
Right.
Oh, okay.
It's like the first act is the boot camp, and then there's Act 2, which is like when they get to Vietnam, or like, you know, right after they're in Vietnam and kind of like, you know, doing their thing. But then I feel like the third act is all about the incident where they're like trying to take that building, and the entire time they're dealing with the sniper and they have no idea how to handle it.
Yeah. I would say most people's favorite is probably the first part.
Yeah.
That seems to be the consensus.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Arlie Ermy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only saw this movie once. Same with Platoon. Only saw it once.
Yeah, I like this over Platoon for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't really get into just Vietnam War films just because we know the outcome of that war, and it's just depressing.
Oh, it was just such a mess. The whole thing. It's just, ugh. I don't like Vietnam War films very much at all either.
Yeah.
There was another one
I remember it was out
called Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams.
Oh, yeah.
That's the same year, actually. This is 87.
Yes,
also.
it is the same year. I wrote it down, and I think it was also in the top. The top.
Which that one is a little more light. There is serious moments.
More lighthearted.
Yeah, but it's definitely a comedic part to it, also. If not much of it.
Yeah, it has comedic relief to it.
Somebody's drinking too much tequila.
Yeah, that's why I put that up.
All right.
I'm glad you enjoyed
What I'm also seeing on here is The Untouchables is number 6 for high grossing
that one's
films.
Good.
Yeah, I wrote that down as well. That was a good movie, actually. I don't like mob type films, but in this case, it wasn't a film from the mob perspective. It was a film of them going after the mob.
Right. It's a different.
It was on both sides
of mob film too. It's kind of more of like a epic, like blockbustery type, I guess. Like the score is very epic, and I don't know. It's definitely a different feel than like Goodfellas or something like that.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Yeah,
I think you would like this one too, Arturelia.
The Untouchables.
That I saw. I was looking up that film, and I accidentally got a little bit of some spoilers from that film, just a little bit, but not enough to know what.
Yes, you found out.
Yeah.
About.
I found out about so and so getting so and so.
Right.
I never. That's one scene of the movie I never forgot.
That scene. Yeah.
Yeah, that scene.
The scene of that scene of that scene.
Yeah.
Of that scene. Oh, that's
I would like that one.
Yeah,
yes, that one scene.
Of that one scene, yes. That scene. Of that scene.
Well, as you know, Elliot Ness is the main character.
Right.
And you know that because also the people on BuzzFeed Unsolved did that episode of the Torso.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that Torso killer.
Talking about Elliot Ness.
Elliot Ness, I mean, he had the killer. But
no, Loki, I have not. Sorry, I'm addressing the comments that are coming up. I have not seen that, but it is in my Netflix list. Have you seen it yet? It looks really good, actually. I like.
Yeah, I've been wanting to watch it, but I've not gotten around. Yeah,
I am fascinated by true crime documentary type stuff, especially going after someone as heinous as that and actually catching him. So, yeah.
Yeah, they're always pretty fascinating how they get caught, and sometimes they don't.
I know.
Kind of like Zodiac killers. Do what?
Well, I was just gonna say, do you have Untouchables, Corey?
Yeah, we'll have to watch it at some point. I feel like you would like it.
I like that era. I like 30s and 40s eras of that
I
time.
have it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it too? Hi, Zenith.
It's like the Great Depression era.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would have been.
Al Capone.
Yeah, because
Or
Capone was
Prohibition.
30.
Prohibition.
Yeah.
Was
Mhm.
it before or after the torso murders?
No, okay. So the film is set before the torso murders. The torso
Okay.
murders, they happen like from 34 all the way to 38.
Well, that would have been around the same time, right?
I thought it was in the late
I
30s.
thought the film started in 30. I could be wrong.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Capone didn't get locked up till. I mean, it was after 32.
31,
34.
32, around there.
Yeah,
I
he
think.
didn't get locked up till maybe their early 40s, right? Or I could be wrong. I'm not
Have
certain.
you seen that BuzzFeed Unsolved episode, Corey, of the torso killer?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen
It's very
all
interesting.
of them.
Interesting but creepy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we haven't gotten to La Bamba yet. I did write it down on my list.
Oh, is
because
that- oh,
I
that-
definitely remember. Yeah, the
saw
movie
it.
about Richie Valens. Some people are bringing up a bunch of different films. We haven't really jumped over it. We just haven't talked about it yet. I do
Moonstruck.
remember. Yeah, Moonstruck.
That's mine. That I was gonna. Sorry,
What? What? What did you say?
that was the one I was gonna bring up, but
Okay.
I didn't mean to talk over you. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just trying. I couldn't hear what you said. Very good. And it's funny.
It's during Prohibition, so early.
Right.
30s,
So
yeah.
then they probably take place about this. When did you say the torso was?
Well, it said that his first killing was 34, and then the rest was 35, and then onward up until 38.
So I'm sure part of the movie takes place during 34-ish and stuff like that. I don't know. I'd have to look when
Well,
they
maybe.
got him. And
I just know in that case, Elliot Ness made the biggest mistake by burning down those homeless people's houses. I'm like, why did you go that far just to search for the killer?
Yeah, we're not that regimented to where we go, all the way through. Like we kind of start talking about the top 10 and then we start talking about a bunch of others and we get kind of interrupt ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, back to subject. I do want to talk about this film because this was another film that I actually this is one that I recently saw, even though I saw clips of it like a long time ago because I think you were watching it, Mom, but Predator.
I love that movie. It's almost, I mean, the first time I saw it, it actually really disturbed me. And the scene that bothered me the most in here was when was the character's name Duke?
Yeah.
The bald-headed guy.
Yeah.
When the Predator took him out, that shot really bothered me.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was just so graphic, and I remember just not being crazy about it. But then I watched it years later, like probably 10, 15 or more years later. I watched it again, and then I was like, "Man, this film is actually really good.
Yeah,
I really like this movie."
Yeah.
So just a really fun film. And the gentleman who played the Predator, for anybody who doesn't know, which probably all you guys know, but the guy who played the Predator, I can't remember his name, something Hall, I think was his last name, maybe.
Yeah.
He's a real tall guy. And the very first time I ever saw him was in a TV show called The Misfits of Science. And it had Courtney Cox in it. And she played I can't remember what her power was. And his power was he was this real tall guy, but he could shrink down to really small. My dad had seen it in the hospital when he was in the hospital one time. And so then I would try to watch it, whenever I was where there was a TV, which wasn't at my house. And so then he was in The Predator. He also plays the helicopter pilot in The Predator.
Yeah.
And he was in the second Predator as well. But what I didn't find out until after I watched it again, like 15 plus years later, because I think I got the DVD, was that he died. Did you hear about that, Corey? What happened to him?
I knew he died like not long after, but
it was the early 90s.
I feel like I know, but I don't remember.
It's so terrible. It's so freaking sad, you guys. I think he was in a car accident, I think. And he had to have a blood transfusion. And this was in the time before they were really careful about checking blood for AIDS.
Mhm.
And he got AIDS and he
no.
died. And
Mm-hmm.
he had a wife and he had at least one young child that he left behind. It was so sad. It reminds me a lot of what happened to Arthur Ashe.
I completely missed that. I like
Oh, you
out.
froze? He had to have a blood transfusion.
Right, I heard. Yeah.
And he got infected with AIDS from the
Okay.
transfusion.
I think I did know. Yeah.
Very similar to what happened to Arthur Ashe.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's just
So
tragic.
Yeah,
Simon
that's terrible.
was saying about like that if we were doing like the top
Yeah.
growth film.
That's
So
his-
yeah, the
Evan
3
Porter
Minute
Hall.
Baby
That's
and a
right.
Baby, 1, Fatal Attraction, 2, Beverly Hills Cop, 2,
Let me go back
3.
up.
Good Morning Vietnam was 4th place, and Moonstruck.
Yeah, that's the one.
The
Someone
Moonstruck. Yeah.
that won an Oscar. Did the person say that it won? It won an Oscar for. I think Cher won, didn't she?
I think
thought
it got
won.
nominated for a
I believe
lot.
she did.
Okay.
Yeah, I just watched it for the first time. I guess a couple months ago.
Had Nicolas Cage in it, right?
Right.
Yes.
Did he play the love interest?
Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
One.
Okay.
Yeah.
I loved
Okay.
his acting in there. Was just. Mwah.
Yeah, I've
it's-
seen it once.
I like it. It's very like, yeah, him with his Italian accent
Yeah.
was just kind of throwing me off, but
I honestly didn't even pick up like him having an accent. It just, for me, it just sounded like regular Nick Cage. Like even when he was yelling, it's like, no, that sounds like Nick Cage.
I mean, I got, I bought into it, but at first it's like, okay, I'm used to like,
Best.
I don't know.
Simon, was this for were these awards they won or things it was nominated for?
I think it did win Best Picture.
Untouchables was 6th place, and what is this? The Secret of My Success.
Oh, that was really? That was in the top 10? That was
That's
Michael J. Fox and Helen Slater, I think.
Huh.
That surprises me. To me, that was a quite forgettable film. I wasn't super impressed with it. Oh,
I don't even know what it's like. What's it about?
Yeah, nobody talks about that.
yeah.
I haven't heard of it, so I believe y'all.
I forgot
But-
about number 8.
I don't know. I feel like Michael J. Fox was kind of very hot at that time.
That's probably why.
8th place was Stakeout.
Oh, Richard Dreyfuss and Emilio Estevez. Okay. I did see
Not
that,
seen
but I don't remember a thing about it. I don't remember.
Oh, number 9 was Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon.
Mm,
That's a great film.
yeah.
I actually really enjoyed that movie.
I remember the 4th one. Oh, hold on. Oh,
It's so long.
it's not connected. What the heck? Yeah, he told me his computer's being stupid.
So Dirty Dancing didn't make the top 10?
it doesn't show it there. No, not
Wow.
on this Wikipedia list, which
That
is
is
kind of
so-
surprising.
I just find it hard to believe.
Lethal Weapon. The only reason I know this film is because they were playing the 4th one, like on some channel. I don't remember where. I just remember watching, and there was some funny scene that happened where there was like a. Has any of you guys seen the 4th film?
I've
No.
seen all of them, but I don't. I think Renee Russo in the 4th film. I don't remember. I don't remember between the 3rd and 4th one very much. Joe Pesci was in one of them.
There
He's
was.
in the second one at least.
Okay.
Well, I just know that I know the 4th one. There was like a funny scene where they were like all laughing in like in a dentist office, and it's because of the laughing gas.
Oh, forgot
They were
about that
all
scene.
laughing. They were like
Isn't
going
there
to
supposed to be
what
a
they
fifth one coming out?
what?
I
Isn't
had
there supposed to be
heard.
a fifth one, possibly?
I had heard talk of that, but I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, that's what.
I wonder if Matt Ayer's phone died on him because he's
Oh,
not.
is he just? Oh, he went away and for good. It might have died on him.
I wonder.
Unless no, he
But
didn't put anything in the private chat. So
Any of the other films, I saw bits of the 4th.
Renee Russo was in the 4th. Okay, she was in the 4th one. I don't remember much about the 3rd and 4th, but we have all of them on Vudu, and actually the TV version, the TV show that came out a few years ago, I've been watching that for my channel.
Oh.
And it's pretty fun, but it's not going on anymore. It got canceled after season 3 because the main guy who played Riggs, he got booted from the show because there was a lot of stuff that was going on behind the scenes, and so they got rid of him. And tried to continue it with another actor, but it didn't last very long after. So
well, I haven't seen the first one that came out in 87.
That's the best one, probably.
First one.
Okay. Oh, I had forgotten that Empire of the Sun won some Oscars, but I think actually, now that you mention that, I have a vague memory of that. That's probably the only reason I knew of it.
I mean, the first time I think you watched it was when you kind of watched it with me. I think you tried to watch it with Dad one night, but that I don't think you guys watched it all the way.
The first and only time I watched it all the way through was when we sat down together and watched it.
Yeah.
Now, what about, going back to Nicolas Cage, Raising Arizona?
I wrote that down.
Did you? Okay.
That's such a good movie.
That's a funny one.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I bought that on DVD.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wait,
Arturo has not seen it.
Hold on. Raising, what's it called?
It's okay, Arturo. You know where I will say stuff to you like turn to the right, turn to the left.
That one.
It's from that movie because he's a criminal.
Oh, you know what? I saw bits of that film.
It's so good. It's got John Goodman in it.
I remember what was the part that I watched the most? Probably that chase scene that happened in the film.
That scene where he goes into the store to steal some.
Yeah, and then it's like just the chase.
the pantyhose on his foot and the little tail of it.
Yeah,
so cool.
The scene with like John Goodman and the other guy like coming out of the mud. I don't know if
yeah,
like screaming. Yeah,
such a good film. So many good films, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, he was really, really. I remember when I first saw it, I didn't realize it was actually supposed to be comedic. I thought it was just going to be this drama, like a character drama.
right.
So, and it was a little bit, but then I saw it and it was really funny, and I never forgot it and liked it enough to buy a copy of it.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is Coen Brothers. Yeah.
Okay.
Which would explain John Goodman being in it too.
Right.
That's right. And also that little quirkiness, the quirkiness of the film.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone's saying y'all need to go on Jeopardy. I guess because all this trivia that they're funny. You should mention. I'm getting distracted by the chats, you guys. Sorry. Carry on.
Well, I was gonna bring Monster Squad.
Yeah, I wrote that down too.
Got to get to that one.
Yeah. Yes. Predators. I'm gonna mark out the things that we've already talked about. So okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Lethal Weapon 5.
And it gets pushed back to I thought I'd heard.
Oh, so
about that.
Donner's directing it, so it has a hope.
Did he direct the first?
I think he did. Either way, he's a pretty good director from what I've seen.
Yeah, The Witches of Eastwick, I think, was also in the top. Yeah, that was top 10. I wasn't too thrilled with that movie. I only saw it once. Maybe I'd like it better if I saw it again. Yeah, The Monster Squad.
I like this film.
Oh, good. So it's like the horror Goonies, basically.
Yes.
Exactly what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
That's a good way to describe it.
Well, what I was gonna say is that what I like about the beginning part is the kid in the black. Like you see the kids bullying this other kid, but then you got the punk kid that literally steps in and tells him to eat that candy that fell on the floor. I just
like the cool kid's a good guy in here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So Matt Ron says I'm gonna have to bow out.
Yeah, he's not having the best time.
He really wanted to get into this conversation.
Yeah, he had issues, I think, the last time. I wonder how much of it is his computer or if it's his internet.
Yeah, it's his computer.
So speaking of this line, Wolfman's Got Nards, they made a documentary about this movie. and I did a reaction to the trailer, and then one of the people involved in making this film made a comment on my video asking if I had seen it yet. I have not seen it yet, but I do plan to.
Yeah, I
I
want to
do,
watch
I
it.
do have a copy of it. I will watch it at some point.
Yeah. Such a fun movie. I feel like it's kind of underrated still, though.
It's very underrated. You know what happened? It came out around the same time as Lost Boys.
Yeah.
And so it didn't do as well at the box office as they were hoping.
Right. And I feel like it's a little too, I don't know, a little much for kids. Like there's parts in it that are kind of,
I mean, kind of
like,
scary.
not good
That werewolf.
Right. And I know there's some swearing in, quite a bit of swearing at some parts.
Yeah.
I think, from what I remember. So, but it's like more kids than adults, so it kind of like, I don't know, maybe gets lost there. But I don't know why it's underrated, you know?
My main complaint about it is that it's not long enough.
It's pretty short. It's pretty short.
It's less than an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So,
but just rewatch it over and over.
I know. There you go.
Like that.
Such a great movie, though. A lot of good feels.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, I had a lot of good
Very
feels
80s.
watching it.
Do what?
I said I had a lot of good feels watching that film.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's relaxing.
Just a fun 80s movie. You know, there's so many of them.
The camaraderie between the kids was really good too.
It's like Goonies.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
Goonies.
I think I actually like it better than Goonies personally.
Yeah, I mean,
I would probably agree. Yeah. Just because I like the horror aspect to it.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
werewolves, mommies.
The more edge to it, but.
So yeah, we talked about Fatal Attraction, and I had written down Adventures in Babysitting and Inner Space, which I know Arturo hasn't seen either one of those, but I don't know about Corey or you, Mike.
Inner Space, I have not seen.
Okay. Have you seen Adventures in Babysitting?
I remember when I was really young, I saw I guess one or two scenes from it, and that was it.
Timothy, join us now.
Yeah. Probably for like 2 seconds, and that's it. Because the babies will pull him away.
Should we talk about his favorite movie real quick?
Of 87?
Yes, that's right. I wrote that down too.
I do remember
what's your favorite movie of 87? 1987.
You don't know Timothy's favorite movie?
Of 87?
No, his favorite movie. Just period. This is his favorite movie.
Oh, yep. I know. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
You gonna put up a picture of it?
I gotta find it.
Yeah, you gotta go find it. I was getting ready to say something. I forgot what it was. Shoot. Oh, about Inner Space. Do you guys know the premise for it? It's kind of an interesting. It's kind of an interesting story. Basically, this guy, he ends up somehow getting shrunken, and he ends up inside this. I don't know. He ends up somehow getting injected inside the body of his girlfriend.
Wait, what are we talking about now?
Inner Space.
Yes.
Inner Space. Yeah, The Princess Bride. This is Timothy's favorite movie. Oh, you're driving. Okay. Driving and listening. Well, be careful on the road. Driving through that crazy California traffic.
Oh, the work right there.
So yeah, Princess Bride. Very
I forgot about
just I don't know, a magical movie, I guess you would say.
Princess Bride.
Comfortabling.
Very nostalgic movie. If I would assume if I was a kid growing up watching it, I'd have a lot of nostalgia for it.
It's comfortable. I like it.
It's a good film. Not my favorite.
I can't help but constantly admire like Andre the Giant in it, and I love like his aura that he has in the entire movie. Where it's like, I don't know, there's something very something wholesome about seeing him on the big screen, like especially as his character.
Yeah.
But
yeah, just the whole I don't know, the grandpa reading the kid the story. It's just very I don't even know. I don't know how to explain this movie.
Well, Timothy already said
it's just a great fantasy film.
The book is pretty good. The book is good too. I read the book to the kids years ago when they were quite a bit younger. It was
kind of funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the movie. I mean, I
remember the part where the guy is describing when he's a kid how his granddad how his granddad said how so and so happened, and then he replied, "Oh shit." Remember that? The kid said, "Oh shit."
Wait. Okay, hold on. This is jumping to inner space. Martin Short gets injected into Dennis Quaid's ass. That's right. But
Nice.
but hold on a second. At some point, he ends up inside his girlfriend or something because he sees that she's pregnant. I remember that scene, and I remember seeing how well developed that baby was, and I was like, she is not that far along. That's wrong. That's anatomically incorrect.
That is wrong. Wrong.
Okay.
I've never
It's
seen
been
it though.
so long since you'd probably like it. It's a fun film. Someone finally mentioned The Princess Bride. Yeah, we were going to get around to it, and then Timothy.
I actually forgot about it.
Brother
He came up and said,
well, I had written it down, but yeah, when he came along, that kind of reminded me anyway.
I like it. I just don't have that.
Wait, what? I'm getting confused.
Wait a minute.
It's the other way around. This Dennis Quaid inside Martin Short. I am confused. I need to rewatch this movie.
There's also.
My.
Have you ever seen Superman 4: The Quest for Peace?
I saw all the Superman movies.
Is that the one that's
What's
like
that, 87?
horrible?
That, yeah.
Forgot what year it was. I didn't even write it down.
Oh, so apparently Matt Ayer said that his friend called him.
Okay. Okay, well, at least he's all right, and his phone didn't die. He had to go away. Oh, Simon lives. Timothy, if you're listening, someone who posted a comment says he lives about an hour away from the cliffs of insanity. You should appreciate that. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah, Superman.
The quest for
Superman.
Wait, Timothy, what are you doing? What are you doing driving and chatting on here?
Yeah, Timothy.
Are you using your voice chat? I hope you're just using your voice.
Yeah, I've heard 4 was hard. What's the one with Richard Pryor? Is that?
I thought that was 3, and wasn't 4 the one about Nuclear Man or something?
1's supposedly horrible, which I kind of want to see how bad it is. Get a good chuckle.
All I remember was 4 was like the
it must be
obvious allegory of like, you know, the arms race between the U.S. and the USSR.
Superman 4 is like the worst.
But also is the least liked in the series. So it's like, I only saw pieces of it, and I saw someone do a review of it a long time ago.
I've seen it only once. Okay, yeah. Pryor is in 3, Nuclear Man in 4. That's right.
I need to see this.
I think Muriel Hemingway was in 4 as well. Yeah. I don't remember.
Haven't seen any of these Superman movies, really. Like, nada.
They're okay.
Except for Man of Steel.
They're good for its time, but I'm just not crazy about that version of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
He was a good rendition of Superman at the time, but now when I can't take it seriously when I watch it.
Right.
It feels like going back and watching Keaton's Batman after seeing Batman Begins. It just doesn't work for me anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But
well, at the time, it worked.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna scratch.
Yeah, I think Jack Nicholson stole the show on that.
He was the best part about that movie.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
He holds up.
Yeah, the original one was in 1978.
That was in the movie. Yeah. What are you laughing at?
Yeah. Spaceballs. I wrote down Spaceballs.
Ah, yes.
Spaceballs.
I've never been a huge fan of Mel Brooks comedy, so I just
that one. We still have that, and I was wanting to watch it at some point, just never got around to it.
I have it somewhere. I think I listed it for sale, like maybe on Amazon or something, but I don't think it's sold yet.
Where are we now? Now? Yes, this is now.
I guess you like it.
Yes, now.
Warner Brothers.
Tell them to comb the desert.
Right.
Have you guys found anything? No. How about you over there? No. What about you guys? Have you found anything? Man, we ain't found shit.
I remember liking it at the time, But I think if I would rewatch it, I probably wouldn't be too crazy about it.
The combing, that's actually my favorite part of the entire movie is the combing the desert scene where it's like they're literally just combing sand with like giant combs.
They
and then you
literally
go to
are
like
combing the desert.
yeah,
That's
exactly. And then of course it's the last of them are like the two black stormtroopers, and they got like a giant afro pick. Like, how about you? Did you find anything? One of them flips the helmet open. We ain't found shit.
I kind of want to watch it.
Yeah, you would probably enjoy it, Arturo.
Timothy said, let's not forget that Warner Brothers wasted millions and millions of dollars tried to get Nicolas Cage to be Superman when they tried.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Critical Drinker did a video specifically about that. If you haven't seen it yet, Tim, you might enjoy it.
Oh, really?
The We Ain't Found Shit guy was Tuvok from
Really?
Star Trek Voyager.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I don't know. I do need to check that movie out.
Was that from Spaceballs 2 as well?
Yeah, because it was the Colonel was Colonel Sanders.
Sanders. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a pun.
Yeah, definitely I think I enjoyed it at the time because it was like a science fiction type thing and it was funny, but I was taking it more seriously than I think it was supposed to be taken. Because, you know, the girl was in danger and
this was like a New Hope parody.
Yeah.
I remember they had it on Spike TV one time, and I actually did see bits of it. I remember the opening the ship was like so long that it dragged like a few minutes, and I was thinking, okay,
was this
and it finally ended, and then it went on to the movie, but it's like,
yeah, I feel like you would like a lot of his movies, Arturo. I just feel like that's your type of comedy for some.
Oh, is he the one that made Top Secret? Did he do that?
No.
Mm-mm.
That was Zucker, the guy who did Airplane.
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
Okay. I guess I didn't remember
Well,
that.
I will tell you this: the one thing that got me to recognize that film, I never heard of it until something was floating around on Facebook of just that battle in that warehouse of these, I guess, neo-Nazis trying to take out the people in there. And just the weird goofiness that was happening, like the guy trying to break the window with his gun, and then he tried to use the hammer to break it, and then tic-tac-toe with what's that actor's name from Batman Forever? I always forget.
Val Kilmer.
About Kilmer, he was doing that, and then the guy that jumps on the bomb, the grenade that came in, he jumps on the bomb, but everybody else gets blown up except for. That one got me. I was like.
What was that from? Top Secret?
Top Secret, yeah.
I remember
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say I remember there was one scene from that movie where it was like one of the Nazis he gets punched, he gets sucker punched right in the face, but he falls off the edge of a building, and it's like you see him falling, but when he hits the ground, he shatters as if he's literally made of porcelain.
Oh.
That's the thing. It's like you just see him fall, and then porcelain just flies everywhere.
Oh, I forgot about almost all of that film.
In Star Wars, it's got him in it.
The guy who what?
That played Tarkin in Star Wars.
Peter Cushing. Okay, I forgot he was in there too.
Yeah, he was in a lot of things from like the 70s up until the 80s.
Oh yeah, it's horror related stuff. So I just put up this getting back to Spaceballs. I did not know this, but plaid mode on a Tesla was named by Elon Musk because he is a Spaceballs fan.
Oh wow.
I didn't know that.
Ludicrous speed.
The ship turns into a gigantic house made with a vacuum cleaner that sucks the planet.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
yeah, I saw it once.
You all have seen it, but you said you saw it, right?
I've seen it. You talking about Spaceballs? Yeah,
I've not.
Yeah.
At least once.
Have you ever heard of a movie called Eddie Murphy Raw?
It's not a movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a stand-up. So what were you trying to say, Mike?
Well, I was gonna say, one thing I really admire what they did is in the end of the movie when they spoof Alien with the chest buster. Do you remember that scene where it's the chest buster?
No.
Oh, really?
I forgot. There are just only a couple things I remember. I remember that the girl, Daphne Zuniga or whatever her name is, didn't she have like a chastity belt on? Didn't they have like something on her?
I don't think that there was another Mel Brooks movie. I think there was Men in Tights where she had the chastity belt. But I think in this one she had the C-3PO who was like,
was the girl C-3PO, wasn't it?
Yeah,
voiced by Joan Rivers?
Yeah. Like she was the one who was guarding her virginity.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. She didn't have a belt on. That C-3PO female was
virgin
there to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I just remember Rick Moranis and his little big Darth Vader helmet, but I don't remember the other details. I forgot them all.
The movie, like the final scene of the movie is like it takes place in the cantina, or it's supposed to be the cantina from exactly in Star Wars. But they're like, as they're having food, they had the house special or whatever it was. Right next to them is the guy John Hurt plays from Alien.
Oh.
And in Spaceballs, it is John Hurt himself. He's back playing his character from Alien.
Oh, it's like a cameo.
Exactly. Yeah. It was a cameo. But then it does the chest buster where, something it's the alien pops out of his chest. But I love how they put in another nod into Alien where he's like, "Oh no, not again." Oh. And then it just busts out, but then it goes into the whole.
That's cool.
You might would like this movie, Corey. Huh? You might would. I was telling Corey he might would like this movie.
We'll have to watch this Arturo or something.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, we got it. We could bring it next time when things calm down.
I need to dig it out of the cabinet where I've stored it.
I don't think I have it. So
I had it.
Eddie Murphy, 87. You got Beverly Hills Cop 2 with.
That's right. Bridget Nielsen played the villain. I forgot that she was in that.
Oh.
Yeah. Check, please.
I can tell you like this movie.
It's
That's
funny.
I'm a big fan of Mel Brooks' movies.
Yeah, I need to rewatch some more Mel Brooks. I think I watched it when I was younger, and I just didn't get his comedy like that.
Oh.
So, I do like Young Frankenstein quite a bit.
Yes.
And Blazing Saddles, I need to go back and rewatch.
Evil Dead 2 came out in 87.
Oh man, I didn't even write that one down.
Evil Dead 2.
We need to get Matt Ayer back for that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because he mentioned that was one of his favorite.
And he said it's a nice family-friendly film. And
sure.
Anybody can watch it.
Yeah, most people like 2 over 1 for sure.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not as serious.
Yeah, he said it was comedic.
More comedic.
Yeah.
Well, I sent Matt Ayer the link, so I don't know. I guess he's talking with his friend.
Merchandising, where the real money of the movie is made. You got Spaceballs the T-shirt, Spaceballs the lunchbox, Spaceballs the flamethrower. Here's my favorite, Spaceballs the doll.
Oh my gosh!
I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, I think you would enjoy it.
It's such a classic.
Police Academy 4. Citizens.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't write it down. I did watch it, but I didn't write it down because I couldn't write it down.
You watched it, but you didn't write it down.
No, because it wasn't necessarily my I've got some others I wrote down. There was this actually 87 was the year that Less Than Zero came out with Robert Downey Jr. and Jamie Burt, who also played in The Lost Boys. And I can't remember the guy who played the other guy, Andrew. I don't remember his name. But anyway, I remember when I saw this movie and I already knew that Robert Downey Jr. was having a lot of problems. And I remember in this movie, when you see what happens to his character, I remember thinking to myself that, or especially years later, I remember thinking to myself that I wondered if he was going to end up in the same way. And for a while there, it looked like he was.
Mm.
And
I've never seen it. Mom talks about it.
It's depressing. I don't care for it because I don't really care for movies like that. But I did see it at least once, and I never forgot it because of Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, Robert Downey he has had like one of the best turnarounds.
Oh yeah,
that I can think of. I mean, he's more popular now than he was then. I feel like so.
Definitely because social media and how connected the world is. I mean, he was kind of big anyway back in the day because I was very much aware of him.
Oh yeah,
and you know, I'm somebody that didn't even have a TV, so but definitely more so now. Also because he's got his act together, and he's just so. I mean, he's just his talent.
Yeah, because I mean, he's an A-lister now.
Yeah.
Iron Man, Sherlock, all these big time movies. But
I know one of the first movies he made when he got himself straight and came back was Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
That one's funny, right?
That is a great movie. I took years before I ended up watching it. That's got Val Kilmer and that movie is and actually the studio had to really, or whoever, whatever, production company, whatever, they had to take a real big risk with him because he was just getting straight. And they were, I mean, the insurance on him was pretty high or something like that. Like they were really worried about him. And but that was kind of like the beginning of his comeback. Was that?
Shane Black directed Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, right?
Oh, I don't know. But have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but if for some reason I was thinking of Iron Man 3, and I know that Robert Downey Jr. collaborated with Shane Black during that time, and that just reminded me of when I was working, when I was living in nearby, like one of the locations they were shooting at, and at the job I was working at, it just so happened in walks Shane Black. I'm like, hey, who are you? And he's like, cool. I'm the stunt coordinator for Iron Man 3. I'm like, cool. I'm going to film school.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, because of where it was filmed. That's right. I completely forgot about that. What was Corey? Were you?
Yeah, I was going to say back to Jamie Gertz. I didn't realize she was like a billionaire. Did you know that? Yeah, she's like worth a ton of money for some reason.
Wow, how?
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw it the other day, and I was like, "What? Why in the world?" And I don't remember what the big deal is. Yeah, she's like one of the wealthiest actors.
I wonder if it's related to her acting or something else.
It's not. I don't remember. You'd have to look it up. But either way, yeah, I saw that the other day. Just made me think of it.
So Zenith brings up a movie, Angel Heart. I had forgotten that was from 87. I've seen that a couple times. One of the main things I remember about that at the time was that Lisa Bonet played in it. And she was just coming off of the Cosby Show. And she had a nude scene in it, and like a sex scene or whatever. And I remember hearing all these reports that, Bill Cosby and her, they got like, kind of like, their relationship was all fractured because of her being in this movie and the way she was playing the character and all this. And I just thought that was like, now that we know what we know about Bill Cosby, it's like, oh, really?
Wow, what a hypocrite.
He's mad at her for that?
Yeah, I don't know how true that story was, but I'd heard that was like sort of involved in why they parted ways or whatever. But Arturo, the woman that I'm mentioning, she played in the Cosby Show as one of his daughters. She's the mother of the girl. Okay, she's actually married right now to Aquaman.
And nice.
She's the mother of the girl who played in X-Men First Class with the wings. And she also played in Fantastic Beasts.
Her.
Yeah,
she's pretty.
Yeah, they're both gorgeous. Both of them.
There was Mom, I'm gonna assume maybe you saw this. This came out in 87. Let me pull it up.
Oh, Shane Black, getting back to what Mike mentioned, he did direct it and played Hawkins in The Predator. That's the 1987 connection. Okay.
Shane Black?
Yeah, Shane Black. Shane
You know
Black
what
also directed one of the latest Predators, which was apparently it was really bad.
Have you
You know what
seen-
he also did in '87, right?
What?
He was the writer for Monster Squad.
Oh.
What?
Black?
Shane Black, yeah.
What?
Really?
Wow,
Yep.
this dude. He's
Wow.
got his fingers in everything.
Have you seen Jaws: The Revenge?
Yes, it was terrible. And I don't remember anything specific about it except it was terrible.
Came out in
That's all you
87.
need to know.
I mean, I could bring up some bad ones too. If we
Oh,
want.
hold on. Someone says they just looked it up. The bulk of Jamie Gert's wealth, came from a marriage to billionaire Tony Wessler.
Okay.
So it wasn't anything she did.
Right.
On
I'm
her
sure she
own.
already had money, but
She probably
not
did,
that
but
money.
she was never a huge.
Right.
I remember I was never crazy about her as an actor. And then I saw her in Twister, and she was really funny in there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Wait,
really
who
liked her.
was in Twister.
Say what?
You said Jamie Gertz was in Twister?
Yes.
Who
You
was
mean
she?
the girl?
She was the psychiatrist lady that was always in the back of the truck with them.
Oh, she was Melissa.
Yeah. She was funny in there.
Oh God, yeah, I loved.
Right.
I gotta go, Julia. We got cows.
You mean Star, right?
Star. Yeah, Star.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of funny. She played that role, and then you see her in Twister. We
Yeah.
got cows.
Yeah, she was
No, that was the same one.
Zoe Kravitz. Yeah, that's the.
Have you heard of House 2, the second story?
I have, but I don't think I watched it.
Oh, it's a comedy horror film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Timothy's talking with us again about Zoe Kravitz, and this is the daddy of the girl that played in Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, isn't he the one that sang that song?
That song on
in
the
car.
on the Xterra commercials that made your dad want to get an Xterra.
Yeah.
I want to get away.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it was effective.
Good song.
It was.
Good song.
That was a cool commercial and a cool song, and so we ended up with an Xterra because.
Okay. Thank you, Lenny Kravitz, for the sales pitch.
Yeah, I remember I hated that car though. It made me always car sick.
Oh well, you were real sensitive. I loved that car actually. I liked it better than.
Well, why can't we
Remember
get
that
another
car.
one?
Because now I've got an Armada, because my Titan got messed up when the
Lenny
lady.
Kravitz needs to put out another song for
I
another
know.
Xterra commercial.
Yeah, really.
Well,
You're right, man.
we've stuck with Nissan, so yeah, Mannequin. I forgot that was in '87. Holy
Gosh.
cow!
So I know if Matt Air was here, he could have talked about something from anime, but since he's not, I'm just gonna put the link here for animes from '87 for people that are interested.
A movie I've not seen that we talked about the other day. Or wait a minute, maybe it's not this year. Near Dark.
I thought Arturo said it was in '87.
Okay,
Came out
wasn't
in-
it?
yeah, it
okay.
came out in '87. Let me pull
Okay.
that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
I've seen
actually a pretty good movie, and I think you would like it, Corey. Have you seen it, Mike?
Near Dark.
Mm-hmm.
I have not.
It was, you know what? It felt like. So let's say Lost Boys is your typical vampire,
Right. Okay.
hanging in caves and fangs and all this, and very, very in your face supernatural type stuff. Well, Near Dark felt like an organic vampire.
More of a human,
like
realistic.
it felt, yeah, exactly. Like if there's going to be vampires, this would be like what it would be like, kind of, if that
Not-
makes any sort of
Yeah,
sense.
not like everything you see in the books and movies.
Yeah, they're not flying around. They don't turn into bats, that type of thing. And I remember the final scene, one of the final scenes of that movie. It was, I think Lance Henriksen played in it, and also the girl who played in Terminator 2 as the foster mother. She was in it.
Okay. I know.
And-
I remember the face. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy who played in it, but I can see his face, but I don't remember his name. But I remember I really enjoyed it. It's quite bloody, but it's also pretty suspenseful just because the gang, the people, the vampire gang, basically.
This came out the same year as Lost Boys.
Yeah, it's not as fun as Lost Boys.
I would
Right.
not,
So
like I guess after I've watched it, I'll say probably the only one I would rather watch over and over is Lost Boys, just because it's more
Same.
fun.
And I love vampire movies.
If I
But
want a sinister vampire feel to a film, then this would probably be another option.
I guess,
yeah. I'm actually putting this on my list now as well. My my watch list. Near Dark.
Yeah, it's
yeah. I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up. Catherine Bigelow directed it?
Is that who directed it? I was wondering.
It's
okay.
Yeah, she's listed as the director for it.
Okay, that doesn't surprise me.
Huh.
Yeah. I think all of y'all would like it if you watched it, but like I said, the fun factor is it's not fun.
Right.
Yeah, because I want to see that line again. My own brother. God.
Here we go.
I just like seeing Kiefer Sutherland in it because it's Kiefer Sutherland in it.
And he was so cool.
Oh yeah.
Crush on him.
I had the biggest crush on him back then.
Hey,
he was just
no,
so
I don't blame you.
awesome. That
we still do. We still do.
I know. I love Kiefer.
Yeah.
I feel differently about him, but I really like him as a person. But he was really cool, and I did not realize how freaking young he was when he made that movie. He was
How
a
old
teenager.
was he?
He was like 18 or 19. He was young.
He looked a little older than 18 or 19, but damn.
He was young when he made that movie. Blind Date with Bruce. Oh, wow. Yeah, Masters of the Universe. I had written down Masters of the Universe. I did not write down Who's That Girl because I don't like Madonna. So, and I saw it once and I didn't care.
Mom, why don't you explain? You mentioned this in the podcast, but why not you explain again how you found out about Lost Boys from a friend, I think, from school back then in the 80s? Because
one of my best friends. Why we didn't have TV and we didn't go see movies, pretty much. And so she had seen it one day and she came back and she was telling me about it.
It's so amazing! Oh my god!
Yeah, she was telling me about the scene where they're hanging underneath the railroad tracks and the lead vampire, he hung on longer because he was stronger and then he let himself. I remember her telling me that specifically. I remember that.
You're telling me more and more. I don't have a TV, so tell me all of it.
I was so excited to see that, and I didn't figure out until after I took a photocopy of the book because I had the book, and I took a copy of the book and I would put it on my, like in one of my school notebooks. I also did the same thing with the David Bowie Labyrinth thing, put it, like in the plastic of my notebook so I could see it every time. And I was like studying his face. I'm like, man, he really looks a lot like Donald Sutherland. My goodness. And then I finally noticed his name. Yeah, he is his son.
Is there any relation to Donald?
Wow.
It just never occurred to me until I saw it. I was like, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Very fun film. I love that movie. You know what? It's funny. Totally shifting gears here. But yes, I actually wrote down Prince of Darkness. I was going to talk about that. That had Donald Pleasance in it, I believe.
I've not seen that yet. That's kind of on my top tier list of what I want to see, but I've not seen it yet. So I know it's about like the church and some kind of liquid or
something.
Yeah, that's I know the basis.
Water.
This has been one of those movies that I have put on, like maybe it's on Shudder and I play it, but I don't put complete attention on what's happening because I'm working. So this is actually a movie. If I would actually, if I put my attention to it, it would be like watching it for the first time because I never really paid complete attention. But it's a John Carpenter film, so
yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. I know there's some scenes that are, I guess, campy or whatever.
Yeah, well,
I heard it's fairly good. So
I found out about the Lost Boys by catching it stuff.
Okay,
that'd be a fun way to find out about it. Right?
I actually saw it for the first time, I think 2 years ago in a theater.
Oh, you got to see it on the big screen.
Wait, what?
The Lost Boys. Like I had seen it in its entirety for the first time, like 2 years ago in a local theater.
Oh, you lucky thing! I wish they would do the comeback classic and bring back something like that.
They really should, because that movie, like, I'm surprised that it didn't get like I haven't heard anybody do like a 30th anniversary release or anything like that when it was, what, 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
Not in theaters.
Arturo, does your theater not show classic movies regularly?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
But not
due
that
to-
one hasn't come back.
Well, yeah, due to the pandemic, they have been bringing like older films. Like
Pretty in Pink.
Yeah, but there was some recent. Oh man, this is gonna bug me. There was a recent film that they brought, at least for private watch showing, but it's not. No, it was a film.
during.
Was a certain.
I
film.
know that at that theater, that's where I also saw the theater that you're mentioning. That's where I saw Schindler's List.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember when they
Schindler's List came
Yeah,
back.
during the more, I guess, during the pandemic, they were showing they had like a drive-in here that they set up near the fairgrounds. In October, I wasn't able to go, but they did show The Lost Boys.
Oh,
They showed, so it was like at the back half. I don't know if it was a double feature, or either way, it was like Nightmare on Elm Street, Texas Chainsaw.
oh, I think he's
Uh,
left. I think
Oh,
he's
no!
frozen. He's frozen.
Sorry, no.
He was frozen today.
Maybe he'll come back in a minute. Okay,
Don't go to the chopper.
I would love to see that movie on the big screen. I was very excited to be able to go see Labyrinth on the big screen when it came.
There we go. He's
Okay,
back.
sorry, Corey.
Either way, I didn't get to see it, so neither here nor there. But yeah, it was like a lot of the big movies. It was probably the 29th or something of October.
Oh wow.
Mom, do you remember any shows you watched back in '87, or do you know of any?
I didn't have TV, so I didn't regularly watch shows. And no, I didn't.
Wait a minute. There's a Beauty and the Beast, '87. Didn't that have what's her name?
Yes, Linda Hamilton.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
That's not the same one with Ron Perlman, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. She played Catherine. She played the main female character, and then she had a baby and she wanted to leave, so they killed her character off. And then not long after that, she came back for Terminator 2.
That's quite a resurgence in career. I mean, I
Yeah.
can understand her wanting to leave. I don't blame her, but
Yeah.
well, let me find a picture of that actually, of her and the Beast. Yeah.
I remember Can't Buy Me Love. I think the girl who played in that movie, she died. I don't remember if it was from substance abuse or suicide, if I'm remembering correctly. That had
I
Patrick
think you're
Dempsey.
right. I think you're right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy is a great. The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. I've seen In the Mouth of Madness, and also, of course, The Thing. I think The Mouth of Madness is something about a writer.
The Thing's the only one I've seen out of those three.
Yeah, it's about a. I've not seen it. I've just not been able to get around to watching it.
I think that's got Sam Neill in it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Corey. So there's like 3 shows that we do know that came out in '87. At least, yeah. So you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay.
You have DuckTales.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
these are the shows.
Yeah, I forgot DuckTales came out.
Okay, bye, Tim. If we lose you,
what?
Tim, it was just a message Tim put up.
Oh, yeah, is he driving in that bad spot where he?
Yeah. Yes. When he calls me, and he always drives through that spot, and we lose each other. Wait. Hold on. Sorry, I'm sidetracked. What beast are you covering?
I'm trying to say stuff.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay attention to the comments too. What beast are you talking about?
Well, before Star Trek Next Generation came out in '87.
Oh, the show. Yeah.
And, okay, if Matt Air was here, Hello Kitty started in '87.
Oh, jeez.
And you know how he's been getting us to try to watch the Gundam Hello Kitty.
That's some pretty big cartoons coming out.
No, Clancy Brown did not play
Clancy
the Beast. Clancy.
Tom Clancy.
Every time I think of Clancy, I think
he was saying Clancy Brown played the Beast, but no, it was Ron Perlman who played the Beast.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, got them mixed up. All right.
So I can't take Clancy seriously anymore. I'm sorry.
Okay, he's the guy who played in Sleepy Hollow as the sheriff in the first episode, and he died in the first episode. That TV show that we watched.
Oh, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah, him. And the
He
very
also
first
played,
time I never saw him was in Highlander. He played the bad guy in Highlander.
Mm.
And
Really?
he had. I think his character had safety pins attached to his neck or something. He was wicked in there.
No, he wasn't the main bad guy, was he?
I'm pretty sure he was.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up.
The guy who voices Mr. Krabs.
Yes.
Yeah, he voiced and he also plays the main villain in the super. He plays the main villain in the
Here we
Superman
go.
cartoons. He was in Justice League.
Yep. Here
The-
we go.
What's
I
his
got a
name?
picture of him.
Professor what? What's his name?
Was he Lex? Lex Luthor.
Yeah, he plays like Luthor.
Mhm.
And, I think in the Superman cartoon, but also in Justice League.
If it's
I put up I found it, but I can't. I don't know how to show it. I put a link up in the chat. But yeah, he has like a bald head. He's got these like dark mascara or whatever around his eyes, and he's got safety pins. He's got like a scar on his neck, and he's got safety pins.
I didn't know that was him.
That is him.
Sounds
That
like
is-
some character out of Mad Max or something.
yeah, he was really creepy looking. That was the first time I ever saw him. He made an impression on me because of how he looked.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
So, yeah, here we go. That's his name, Kurgan. And also, Zenith, I was going to mention The Running Man. I had that written down because that was 2 Arnold movies in '87.
Come
Oh,
on.
the Running Man.
The Running Man was actually written by Richard Bachman, who is in reality Stephen King. That was just like another, yes. And I read the book because I had seen the movie, so then I read the book, and it ends quite differently. In the book, his character dies. I think he's like crashing the plane. Like I think at some point he gets injured and his intestines are coming out or something, and he's like going to crash a plane into something. So completely different ending than the movie.
Huh.
But
Okay.
yeah,
Wait
that's
a
not my
minute,
favorite. It's not my favorite Arnold movie, but it's fun to watch.
Oh
What were you
yeah,
gonna
that's the one where I remember that whole chase on the bridge with Linda Hamilton in the car. That one.
Wait, what?
Isn't that it? The Running Man?
Linda Hamilton was not in The Running Man.
Wait. Isn't that the movie with I thought the girl from Halloween was in a movie with Arnold.
Jamie Lee
You're
Curtis.
thinking, you're thinking True Lies, and that was like '94.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a great movie. I love that movie. No, The Running Man, it's kind of like it's like a reality show where they take these people and they put them in this competition where they have to kill each other, and everybody's watching it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yes. Clancy is in a lot of animated stuff. A lot. He's a good voice actor.
He was also in he also had a role in a recent movie that just came out back in December called Promising Young Woman.
I saw that. I did a review for it.
Really?
Yes. I watched a free screener of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I did a review for it. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Okay, I knew
But-
by your face expression and the way you were talking, you were going to say,
He was in it. and
impressed about it.
the acting in there was really good. And he
Yeah.
was in it. He played her father,
Yes.
the main character's father. And Grimes, Schwarzenegger has died on the big screen. He died in, shoot. What's the name of that movie?
Spoilers!
What's the name of that
Yeah,
movie?
really?
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert!
You guys know this already. I'm sure you
Do
know
I?
it. What's the name of that
Thumbs
dang
up.
movie? Was that- Gabriel Byrne was in it, and it came out in like 99 or 2000.
It's about
Oh,
the
End of
is it
Days?
about-
Yeah, he died in that one.
Wait, which
Really?
one?
Yes, he did die in that one. I was surprised and upset, and I didn't like that he died in that one. But actually, upon rewatching it, it makes complete sense. So
You mean you mean the one about the devil?
yes,
That one?
Mhm.
I was thinking that the girl died.
no,
But
Arnold,
okay.
Arnold died. And when you
No.
watch it, it's like, okay, well, I mean, it makes sense. I just hated it because I love Arnold. I don't want him to die in anything.
We love Arnold in here.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody literally
Why?
just said that, Timothy.
He survived so many films. He survived so many. How could he die in that one?
Well, if you watch it, you would know why.
But I mean,
mean,
You
you
gotta change things up.
Put the cookie down.
Well,
put the
okay,
queen
that's
down. There
true.
is no bathroom.
No,
Didn't he
wanna
die in
see
Jingle
it?
All the Way?
Oh my God. No, he didn't die in Jingle All the Way.
Aw.
Okay, yes, technically he did die in Terminator. You're right. The two Terminators. That's one of the saddest deaths in Terminator 2 with the thumbs up. I love that scene. But he wasn't human.
That's
So.
obvious. Why did we not think of that?
I was saying thumbs up.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I was worried because I'm like, should I? I mean, it's one of those movies where
No, that's completely.
there's really
How
no
dare
spoilers
you,
anymore.
Bob?
But I think the reason, Timothy, I know. I think the reason I didn't connect that is because in those movies he's not playing a human, so it just wasn't even counting that at all for some reason.
Right.
Well, so apparently there was a Transformers anime that came out in '87.
The cartoon.
Well, no, in
Right?
an anime list, in my anime list, they have.
Oh, yeah.
And
so,
Corey, there was Dragon Ball that was going on in '87.
Oh, we already talked about Lost Boys. So we didn't talk about La Bamba. How many of you guys have seen that?
I have not seen it.
I have not seen it either.
I've seen it. I mean, it's been a while, but I remember a bulk of it. And we know how it ends, so.
Yeah, I
guess.
I didn't know at the time that it was based on it. Well, I think I did, but I didn't know what happened to him because I'd never heard
you learn something every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it was. No, maybe it wasn't his place. Never mind. Somebody was supposed to be switched out, but they couldn't make it on the plane. Maybe it was like Waylon Jennings that was supposed to take somebody else's place.
Yeah.
Now, there was another person that was there. Like, Waylon Jennings wasn't even there, but he was supposed. I don't remember the whole story. But obviously, I know they, tossed a coin.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was that person, but there was somebody else that was supposed to be on the plane that wasn't.
I forgot that, but I know that I've read about what you're talking about. It was just it was a terrible fluke, and it was, according to the movie, he had a big fear of flying. So,
that's me too, because I don't like.
It was a tiny plane. It was one of those little planes. But I just realized how young he was when he died. He was very young. Wasn't he still a teenager when he died?
Close to it, if not. And I think Buddy Holly was too. I mean, very young. So
he was. He had a voice like Richie Valens had a voice. I would have never known how young he was.
Right.
But I remember seeing that in '87. It was a pretty big film at the time because it was all over the place. It did not break the top 10. But I remember watching it. And then after I met my husband, but before we got married, and then I was obsessed with all things Latino and Spanish speaking and everything. So then I rewatched that film over and over and over again and was listening to the music and everything. So, but it's terrible. Okay, Buddy, someone said that Buddy was 22. So
22 years old.
Yeah, Buddy. I knew the Big Bopper and Buddy Holly.
The day the music died.
Yes, that's what he's referring to in that song.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't find that out until later. Jumping back to Arnold, it's hinted that Arnold dies in Sabotage. It's been so long since I've seen that, I don't remember all the details. Oh, someone is congratulating your Arnold impression, Arturo.
Thank you. Yeah. Get to the chopper.
Okay, so also another film that came out that I remember, I wasn't crazy about it at the time, but rewatching it later, I like it. Okay, The Living Daylights, James Bond movie.
I still need to see that one, and everyone says it's so good.
That was the first Timothy Dalton movie.
Yes.
I'm saying that because that's my brother's name. That was the first.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
That was the first movie with him in it after Roger Moore, and the main reason I paid attention to that movie is because of who did the theme song.
Actually, I could pull that song up.
Oh, I thought Corey would get it right away.
Was that the? That wasn't the. No, I'm thinking of the Duran Duran one, but wasn't that? No. Oh gosh.
Oh my
God.
goodness.
I know this, but I'm thinking of the Duran Duran one, but that was
My shirt. My shirt.
Ah, yes.
Actually, I just
Yeah,
realized
what?
that was not why I wore this shirt. I
Yeah.
just realized, oh, I'm wearing an AHA shirt.
Yeah, that should have.
Aha!
I know.
Yeah.
That didn't
I was
occur-
thinking of A View to
Aha.
Kill because A View to Kill is the Duran Duran. I don't know why I was.
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
was-
AHA did the theme
Yeah.
song for that movie. And yeah.
Nice.
I enjoyed the song. That was like I said, that was a main. I like Bond, but I was obviously very interested to watch that one because of AHA. Because I love
Oh, I
AHA.
can't share the media.
I wouldn't blame you. I mean, George Michael, after all.
What?
George Michael wasn't. No.
No.
What?
Wow.
Mike?
Okay. I just had a major
Okay.
You're thinking Wham. And
Yes.
I don't think Wham did it. I don't think Wham ever did a James Bond.
Oh, come on.
That
Steve.
would be interesting though to see if Wham would have ever made one. But I mean,
They were big back in the day.
oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Hold on, I was just gonna pull up something.
Oh,
Who's your
a
daddy?
real aha
What does
moment
it
there.
do?
Yeah.
Game called "It Was My Daddy."
Yeah, Yang is now Schwarzenegger's most famous quote. I think so too. Can't hear it very much.
You
but
can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's very low.
Can you hear it now?
I can
I
hear
can
it.
hear a little bit.
Did I put it on share audio?
Yeah, I can see it on the screen.
But did I do share audio though?
That's a good song. Like that song. Oh, geez. Okay, so can you imagine the music video for a Wham James Bond theme, George Michael and Bond meeting at a pub? Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't object to that.
Let's see. Okay. All right. You're not gonna play the whole thing, are you, Drew? We don't want to get hit with copyright.
No, I muted the music.
Um,
I never. This is one that I haven't seen. I just know it has to do with what, a Russian woman and her, like something in Afghanistan, I think, during the Afghanistan war.
I don't remember the details. I just remember Olivia Diarbo playing in it. She's actually the cousin of Miriam Diabo is her name. She's the cousin of Olivia Diabo, who played in Conan the Destroyer as the little princess girl.
She played. Okay, yeah. Wait.
She also does voice work.
Doesn't she have a big family though? I think you said.
I don't know, but they're cousins.
Wait, didn't
They look like they could be sisters, but they're not. I don't think.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I thought you told me she had a big family or something like that.
I can't.
But-
Maybe I don't remember.
But didn't Conan 2 come out in 87?
No, that came out in '84, the same year as the Terminator.
Okay.
I'm liking the look of this.
You would enjoy it.
It looks like it's more, well, okay, maybe up until then, but like kind of like I would say more grounded in reality.
Yes,
maybe like more so than Daniel Craig.
Yeah, well, one of the things I liked about I liked Timothy Dalton grew on me as James Bond. I think my favorite of his, he only did 2, but I think my favorite of his was License to Kill, the one that came after this one.
Gotcha.
Because that was more personal, because that was actually a personal story to him. Something happened to a really good friend of his, and so this one is all about the mission. The License to Kill was about like revenge. And
I would like to watch this. I mean, I like Cold War stuff, so this. I mean, most of the films are set in the Cold War anyway. Like the older ones from the '60s, look interesting. But this has this '80s Cold War feel to it. You know, you could just tell.
Bye, Tim. Thank you for joining us.
Bye.
No, don't do it.
Who
Go down.
who was the one-off Bond? Wasn't there a Bond that was just
George Lazenby.
okay? Which one was
that? Was on Her Majesty's Secret Service, and he was an Aussie. He wasn't even Brit.
Okay, so who was in A View to Kill? Who was the Bond there?
Roger Moore.
So that was the last.
Was that his last one? I guess I don't remember which one is his last one.
Was that the one with Christopher Walken in it?
That might have been in Grace Jones, right?
I think so. Yeah.
And Tanya Roberts was in that too, the lady who recently died.
Yeah,
and then they said no, she didn't die, and then they said yeah, she is.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
Don't forget RoboCop.
Yeah, we did talk about RoboCop. We have not talked about Wall Street. I didn't realize it came out in '87. I saw that once.
Yeah.
Michael Douglas, Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
And every time I think of Charlie Sheen, I think of that commercial. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
You reenact Platoon with Charlie Sheen.
Super crazy about it.
Yuppie.
Here we go.
I always every time I hear that, I just think of that.
That's another reenact Platoon with Charlie Sheen.
So you need to upgrade to DirecTV, or all these terrible things will happen.
Actually, I could pull that up right now.
No, let's not do that. Some comedies that came out that we haven't talked about. I wrote some down, and someone also actually mentioned a couple of them that I had forgotten about. Harry and the Hendersons.
Mm-hmm.
I had forgotten that came out in '87. Have you guys seen that? No, Arturo hasn't. But have you guys?
No.
I have not seen it, but I've seen screenshots and a trailer of it.
John Lithgow, I think.
John Lithgow, and it's basically about Bigfoot. It's a comedy, but it's also got some pretty touching moments at the end.
Trains and automobiles.
Yes, that one. And I had written down.
That one is great.
Yeah,
that one's really good.
One Pass said my favorite is Princess Bride.
Yes, that's my brother's favorite too. He loves that movie.
But have y'all seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles?
I have seen.
Yes, that is a I watch that at least once a year.
You can't just not like John Candy for some reason. He's just so likable.
He's annoying for a good portion of the film, but then you start to feel sorry for him because you find out about his backstory.
Yeah,
and then especially at the end,
it's like Vash the Stampede,
kind of, except he's not nearly as badass as Vash the Stampede. But
why did you just kiss my hand? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand?
Yeah,
between two pillows.
Those are pillows. Is it in that scene? Didn't he take shower curtain hanger things, and he was passing them off as earrings to women to try to get them to.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a shower curtain salesman, and then
yeah. I never forgot that.
He duped a bunch of younger girls into believing that they were
a great fashion statement or something, probably.
Exactly. Yeah. So they start wearing shower curtains on their ears, or shower curtain rings.
Yeah. I never forgot that part. But yeah, you're right. He was good at pulling off lovable and really annoying. Except in the beginning, he was more annoying than lovable.
There goes Corey again.
To me, I know Corey's had the most terrible.
Corey, don't go.
Maybe he'll be back. Harry Henderson's scared. Yeah, I can imagine that it would.
It just pulls it off so well for his character, because it's at first he's you're supposed to be God, he's annoying, but then, as you mentioned, once you hear his
the part in the are we still talking about Planes, Trains?
Yeah.
The part in the motel. I heard you talk about that part. But it's John Candy has pretty much made a wreck of the bathroom, and all that's left is a tiny little towel for Steve Martin to dry off after he got out of the shower. And he's just over his shoulder a tiny little towel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else. I was going to be that moment.
Wait, what? I'm trying to think of which part you're talking about now.
After the whole between two pillows gag.
Oh yeah, I heard you.
And then he goes into the bathroom. Yeah,
froze out. Yeah, that's.
Oh.
There's so many good parts. Yeah, Like the part on the plane when he just takes off his shoes. My dogs are barking today, and he's just like rubbing them all over the place.
I haven't seen that movie in forever.
Oh, it's good. It is good.
We have that on DVD. I know my husband likes it, so
It's funny. Yeah.
It's been a while since he's seen it though.
Just a great like dynamic between the two of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Steve Martin's
sure.
such a serious like business.
Wait a minute. Is there an actor in there that I'm familiar with?
Yeah. Maybe.
What did he? Wait, was it a one? Is it like a Thanksgiving type movie, holiday movie?
It is
Yes.
actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Was there a part where they're like in a motel and then something happens where the electricity like flickers and it doesn't got like a chunky guy in there with
Yes.
okay
John Candy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Played in like the 2006 film of what Pink Panther or something like that.
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah, I know what film you're yeah, I remember my dad was watching that one time. I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, you would probably like it, I think.
I remember they were driving some messed up car and people like
You know what's left of it. It's like burnt and just
Yeah. Let's see. The guy Steve Martin is trying to market to is still close from Second City. I'm not sure.
I'm not familiar with
Yeah,
Doug
yeah.
Close, but I am familiar with Second City.
What is that?
That's the improv.
Oh, okay.
Big,
Yeah.
a lot of famous people have come through there.
It used to be like where it was only they had like two different branches, one in Chicago and another one in Toronto, and like I think it was like anyone from either one of those branches would eventually like some of them would eventually make their way onto Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or there was Second City TV, which had like Rick Moranis and I think John
Candy. Yeah, Candy.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
they
but
all
you've had like
it was like Canadian SNL.
Stephen Colbert went through Second City, and I think
I've
Mike
never
Myers.
heard of that before.
Yeah.
By the way, what about Michael Jackson? Was there any music that came out this year? I thought Bad.
Was this when Bad came out?
Yeah.
That
I
and
love
what
that
else?
album.
What else did come out?
Mhm.
Was Criminal or was that next year?
That's
No,
off of that.
that was part of Bad.
Okay, so that's
It was on Moonwalker.
Then somebody mentioned Appetite for Destruction earlier, the Guns N' Roses. I don't know if we were talking about music really or not.
Oh yeah, we hadn't really touched on it.
Michael
yet. I saw
Jackson,
that
he's
Guns N' Roses.
kind of like a pretty famous celebrity in his own way.
Well, that's putting it mildly. He's very famous.
Yeah.
Anybody hear about that new up and comer? I don't know if you've heard about him. It's a the name of Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
speaking
that's
of Michael Jackson, I did a reaction to the weekend Super Bowl halftime. It hasn't gone live yet
Did you?
because
Oh, okay.
it's been blocked in the U.S. I'm seeing all these other reactions, but for some
Mom,
reason,
you might as well start doing some on Facebook.
But what I had mentioned in that video is that The Weeknd or Abel, the singer, he reminds me a lot of Michael Jackson. He's got that voice that I just think of Michael a lot when I hear him sing. They're both very talented.
Yeah,
they really
I'm
are.
obsessed with him, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, I was so obsessed with Michael Jackson for the
Simon
longest time.
Mentioned the '87 shows, and it just reminded me.
Here.
It had the. This was also the year of my favorite moment in TV history, which was the best episode of Red Dwarf.
See, I've never seen that.
But the reason why it's my favorite episode is because it's the one where it was the signal that was being broadcast, that broadcasted the show in Chicago, was hijacked by a TV pirate.
Oh,
as Max Headroom.
Oh, I remember Max Headroom.
Yes. But there was an incident where someone in Chicago in '87 hijacked the broadcast signal originally for like a Bears game to like mess around with, like put up this weird message, but then that got shut off quickly. So he went to, I think, the PBS affiliate, which was showing Red Dwarf, And at that time, he was able to add audio to his message, to his like just random rambling.
Was he wearing a mask?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
there was a Max Headroom mask.
Wait,
This guy.
when did
Okay,
this happen?
Wait, what, Mom?
What time of day did this happen? Was it in the
Night.
evening?
It happened at like 9, and then it happened like around 10 or 11 for the second time.
What time of year was it happening?
November.
Because I
Do you remember something? Tell us.
I remember I was in the hospital because I was going to have surgery and I couldn't go to sleep, couldn't go to sleep. And the TV was on and I thought I saw someone taking over a show, but I thought that was just my imagination. What? And I'm wondering if, like, I thought someone had hacked into a show and taken over the airways, but it didn't last forever. So
is this the greatest memory you have of the 80s?
I was just sitting here wondering because I remember I did have a surgery in '87. So that's why I was wondering, but I'm not sure if the time is right. So that's going to bug me now.
Probably it.
It might be.
Was it just like him wearing a mask? At some point, he either took his pants off, and then someone like was hitting his.
Yeah.
This was what happened because there's this guy I follow.
This really did happen.
It
really did.
This
actually. Yeah.
Okay, this guy does like top 5 like mysterious things that are like unanswered. That was one of the things, and I never heard of it until I watched that video, and I'm like, what the heck? So this guy just hijacked the thing and did this weird video. I didn't even know what he was talking about. It was hard to. I bet
it's on YouTube somewhere, isn't it?
It is.
The video, and I'm like,
I need to go watch this.
Maybe you'll like remember something.
Pulled his pants. He turned over, and someone was like hitting him in the butt. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but
you were probably in and out of, I
was trying to sleep and couldn't sleep because I was scared because of the next day.
What the hell is this?
I'm gonna add it to the private chat.
Yes, please do.
You woke up out of a dream to see like
this
guy.
Had like blonde hair or something. It's kind of vague. It's been a while since I saw the video.
Oh my
goodness! I didn't know it happened that time.
So I remember Max Headroom, and I remember, and Arturo, you have seen the guy who played Max Headroom in many different things.
What is this? A movie?
Max Headroom was like this character,
like a promo, like.
He used to be. Did he not used to be in Coke commercials or something?
Yeah, he's like a promo guy or something.
Yeah.
Like
also, apparently, the show that he hijacked the signal from, it was not Red Dwarf. It was actually Doctor Who. My bad.
Oh yeah, it was Doctor Who. I remember now.
Yeah.
Okay, Mom. You know that famous doctor from the 70s? The
I'm
one
sorry?
with the hair.
With the scarf.
Yeah, they might have been re-airing it. And then for some reason it cut to the hijack.
Yeah, because it was like from what I heard, it was like late at night. This is all like I stumbled upon this as well, and I've always been fascinated by it. But that wouldn't surprise me if it was like a rerun of like a earlier episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah. I remember, now it's coming to me. It was a Doctor Who thing that they were airing, and then all of a sudden, and we lost Corey yet again.
Corey is having the hardest time with his. Yeah, Alf. I forgot that Alf. I remember Alf, but I forgot the years that it was. Max Headroom
was in Back to the Future.
I don't remember him being in Back to the Future, but I've only seen each movie like maybe once. Do you know, Mike?
With Max Headroom being in, you said Back to the Future?
Well, someone's asking. Max was in Back to the Future, wasn't he? Or maybe he just means the actor.
To be honest, I'm not from. I don't remember seeing him in Back to the Future, and I can't remember who played Max Headroom.
His name.
Mike sent me the.
Okay, I know exactly.
Mike sent me the video.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't know if I was gonna. I didn't know if I should post it here or on Facebook.
I put it on the private. I put it on the private chat.
The guy who plays Max Headroom. Oh my gosh, he's got it. I thought his name was Matt something. And
Matt Headroom.
Matt Frewer is his name, and he is an actor that you recognize when you see his face. I'll put up in the main chat. I'll put up a link to his Wikipedia page.
I'm looking up his.
Sorry, Simon put the name Matt Frewer.
Matt Frewer.
Yeah, the video's weird.
It really is. Like, it's so bizarre. But what's weird is that they've never caught the person responsible for it to this day.
Yeah, and it's
wow, that's crazy.
Still out there.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. That maybe BuzzFeed Unsolved should do a mystery about that. The hijacking.
I'm surprised he would not come out and say, because it's not like it's a big offense, I wouldn't think, or something. So
No, I mean, like, there was a like I while researching it, apparently, like, it made like headlines everywhere where it was like, this happened last night in Chicago.
right.
And
I would just think like years after he would finally say something. But
Hey guys, guess
Right.
what? I hijacked that television station.
yeah, remember back in '87 when you were watching?
It was
that Chicago
November
Bears
22nd,
game?
1987 at so-and-so time. I decided
Yeah,
to do
that was
this
me.
crazy messed up video, you guys. It was hysterical.
That was me. Yeah.
So in answer to Roblox vids, yes, he played in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. He was the neighbor or some person in there.
Oh,
Breaking into a satellite feed is ridiculously complex. The Captain Midnight event is what I'm talking about.
that I remember learning about as well.
You could get
Where he was like, HBO, was it $12.99 for HBO and Cinemax? Watch out.
Do you think it could have been someone that worked
look this
at that
up.
place, maybe?
It's possible. I
What,
guess.
the Max Headroom incident?
Yeah, like I wonder if it was some coworker that decided that he must
maybe a
have been
disgruntled employee or something who wouldn't
Maybe,
have
or he was just
know-how,
so-
maybe.
That could,
well.
Or maybe
if
he
he
just
was,
thought it was funny.
possible.
Wow.
I mean, if he was drunk, he probably wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh, ha ha.
It's D.B. Cooper.
Cooper.
Yeah.
Or I'm writing.
Well, I
shame.
mean, both acts with what DB Cooper and Max Headroom Pirate did were requiring like very tall heights. You know, one jumping out of a plane, the other one having to be on top of the Sears Tower in Chicago. So.
What will he get away with next?
I know.
It's always DB Cooper's fault. How dare he? It's always
That reminds
his
me of
fault.
a Far Side comic I saw where it was speculating what happened to DB Cooper. And it was him accidentally parachuting into like a pit bull pen. And it's like they're all looking up at him, and DB Cooper's looking down at them. He's like, "Oh no!"
Like, remember how Shane was doing that crazy death anime, like that death motion.
You
Like,
mean in
that episode,
BuzzFeed Unsolved?
pretend he got impaled by the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then he was
That's
like
funny.
just saying, like a squirrel goes up, and he's like, "Get out of here!" In all honesty, well, I don't think we'll ever find out what happened. It's the same with Jack the Ripper. We won't know who the killer is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
It's-
Zodiac.
Or the Zodiac. Yep.
You'll
Mhm.
never know 100%.
That's why they're good for storytelling. You could make up whatever. You know, I could.
That's
make up
giving
the
me
fact that-
ideas now.
Yeah, I could make up the fact that Jack the Ripper was actually a vampire.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Well, you could.
So has anybody in this group seen Overboard? Because that's another comedy
Yes.
that came out. And
Yeah.
I saw the remake.
oh yeah, that's right. They did a remake and they
I'm
kind of
sorry.
reversed. They switched the story around.
I mean, I didn't see the original, but all I remember of the remake was Anna Faris, and I can't remember the
He's a Mexican actor, I think.
right. Like
Yeah,
like
I
a
forget
he's
his
like a recently been introduced in the U.S. Right?
I don't know, but I thought that the story. I thought that so in the original, the person who goes overboard is Goldie Hawn, and like she's this rich, snooty person, and Kurt Russell. She lost her memory, and Kurt Russell convinces her that she is his wife, and he takes her home because he like needs help around the house or with the kids or whatever. And I thought in the remake that it got switched, that the guy lost his memory, and he ended up with Anna Faris's character.
The way, because with that being the case, it was switched around in the remake where Anna Faris was the one who was like, needing help with taking care of the kids and like having multiple jobs. And the actor, I wish I remember his name.
Oh, I know exactly who you're talking about, though. I actually saw him on Spanish TV or something on YouTube with Salma Hayek. He did.
I thought they called him Arturo in the movie.
They what?
I thought they called him Arturo in the movie because we had it.
That's funny, maybe. In answer to Simon's question, no, Goldie and Kurt were already together when they filmed that movie.
Oh,
they had hooked up a while before. I'll look it up and I'll tell you his name. I know exactly who the guy is. Just can't remember his name. Oh,
he's very talented. Like
Eugenio Derbez is his name.
Eugenio Derbez.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I liked him. I liked him as an actor. It's just like I wasn't too invested in the movie, but I was like, I love both cast members because of course I'm familiar with Anna Faris, and I love her style of comedy. And for the actor, now I just forgot it again. I'm so sorry.
Eugenio. I don't even know if I'm saying it correctly. It's kind of a little bit difficult to say, but yeah, I think he's Mexican. And there was a YouTube video he did with Salma Hayek where they were both, those things where they will talk like slang. What is certain slang, or they'll peel off the things like what are the top searches on Google or something like that, and they'll peel off and they'll answer the questions. So Salma and the guy were doing the video together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because they're both Mexican, so they were talking about stuff. It was kind of funny to watch.
Oh.
But yeah, it's been forever since I've seen Overboard. Another comedy that I really enjoyed at the time was called Nadine, which has kind of flown under the radar for a lot of people.
I haven't heard of it, so
I can't say I have.
Radar.
It's got Kim Basinger and Jeff Bridges in it, and Rip Torn. And yeah, it's pretty cute and funny. But Kim Basinger and Jeff Bridges play this couple estranged. They were like separated or whatever, and she ends up finding out that she's pregnant with his kid. It's a comedy. Somehow they get into some sort of trouble with like a corrupt guy in the town or some mob guy or whatever. And it's just like all the little antics that happen in their little adventure story.
Is Rip Torn the guy who plays the corrupt?
The bad guy, I think so. Yes.
Okay.
That should be good.
It was fun. I remember one of and Kim Basinger, I didn't really care too much for her for quite a while, because she was always in films that I was just like not really fond of. Like I wasn't crazy about 9.5 Weeks, and I was just like, okay, she's going to be that type of actress, Right. But when she showed up in Nadine, she was really funny. And there was this scene where she's trying to escape from a building, and she's crawling across a ladder, and it's high up, and she knows she's pregnant. And so she starts talking to her unborn child, and she's named the child Nadine. And she's already decided. And she's like, Nadine, when you she's like talking to like giving her like life lessons to this unborn baby, because all the trouble she's in.
Kind of feel
kind of funny.
Vaguely familiar. Like I feel like this is something I might have seen.
You may have.
But I could be mixing it up with something else.
It's been a good long while since I have seen that movie. But sorry, I popped. Yeah,
no,
that's right.
Stop doing that. Dude,
no, I forgot that she was in LA Confidential with Russell Crowe, and was Kevin Spacey in that? Or am I thinking? Okay, it's been a long time since I've seen that movie. Oh, and also in '87, you guys, Masters of the Universe came out.
Yeah, I did. I know that one. That sounded familiar.
The one with Dolph Lundgren being He-Man?
Yes.
That be it.
Oh, that
I only
was.
saw a review of it, but my God, was that something. Like,
It
even
was-
just seeing the review itself, I'm like, this was a thing.
I really
was
liked
the
it.
80s.
Man. It was just, yeah, it was a mess.
It was the 80s. What do you want?
Courtney Cox was in it. I remember that much.
Oh, that's the guy that we went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy, and wasn't he in that panel before he left?
No. You're thinking the guy that played in Flash Gordon.
Okay, never mind.
This
Wrong
is
guy.
the guy who played in Rocky.
The Russian.
Oh,
Maspreko.
wait, you saw this film, in '87?
Yeah, I don't remember what year I saw it, but I saw it. I was excited to see it because I liked He-Man, and then I was ultimately disappointed in it. I didn't remember that Kim Basinger was in Death Becomes Her. I just remember, I thought Meryl Streep was in that, but I don't remember anything else about that.
Yeah, I've not seen that one. It's Streep
Yeah,
and somebody. Who's the other main woman?
Maybe I need to look it up and then I'll remember. I've seen Can't Buy Me Love. We talked about that very, very briefly. Death Becomes Her. That was in.
Been like, can't remember who. Else. Not Nicole Kidman. I don't know who it is.
I don't think. Okay, maybe the person who made that comment was referring to Goldie Hawn.
Is it Goldie? Oh, yeah, okay, it's Goldie Hawn.
She was in that. Okay,
yeah.
I think I just must have misunderstood. It's easy to kind of lose track of what they're talking about because we move on to something else, and they're. Yes, I have seen Batteries Not Included, and I did write that down here when it was mentioned. Have you guys seen it?
No,
I still have yet to see it.
I know Arturo hasn't seen it, so I'm the only one, and I don't remember much about it. It's about a robot, right? Does it have Ali Sheedy in it, or am I thinking Short Circuit?
Yeah, it's Short Circuit, I think.
Okay. Let me see what's in who's in Batteries Not Included, because I don't remember.
I've heard the title of it for the longest time, but like it's one of those movies where it's like I still have yet to see it, unfortunately, despite.
But Ali Sheedy is Short Circuit, right?
Yeah, I think that's short. Okay, this has Jessica Tandy in it. I've only seen it one time, and I completely forgot the details. Elizabeth Pena is in it. Wow. Okay, I feel like I need to rewatch a lot of these films we've talked about because I don't have a lot of clear memory.
Hey, you did see them way back then, so
yeah. Well, that was decades ago.
This might be '88, but Mac and Me. Is that like the horrible like ET knockoff movie?
Like an alien? Oh yeah, that's the picture is terrible.
Yeah, that might be '88.
Let me see.
You mean the giant?
Yeah, '88.
Oh, whoops. The giant overblown McDonald's commercial.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
I've only seen Death Becomes Her once. I don't remember. Jessica Tandy was smoking in Death Becomes Her. I thought she was. I don't remember anything about this movie. I need to rewatch a lot of this stuff, you guys.
Yeah, I feel like I need to watch that. I feel like it's probably like a weird, quirky type movie.
About some living robots from other planets. Gosh. For some reason, I keep getting it mixed up with Batteries Not Included. That's why was Paul Rudd in there? Oh my gosh.
Paul Rudd was in which one?
I was wondering if they were talking about Batteries Not Included. Yeah, I did mention that about the girl that she either committed suicide or substance abuse took her. She wasn't a few years ago, I think.
Do you have anything else, Mom, of '87?
I just wrote down Summer School, but that's not huge. I think it has Mark Harmon in it. I don't remember who else.
What, Corey, do you got anything?
Was in it. We talked about a crap ton of films, you guys.
Yeah,
holy cow!
I've exhausted my my bank here.
Yeah, I can't quit yawning over here for some reason. I don't know.
Well, it's late for you. Well, I don't
No,
know.
it's probably not even that late. I'm just yawning for some
It's
reason.
a 11:15. When do you and Summer usually film your reactions? Like what time
Well,
of
we
day?
usually do a lot like in one sitting, so it
Oh,
really just
you have a whole bunch you can.
yeah, because they
Okay.
don't take too long, so we try to just do.
So are you gonna move away from Corey Michaels movies and
No,
just go
no. I just
No.
no. The movie
I haven't focused on it as much lately. Well, no, it's probably been a week or two, so I need to get out another video.
It's been only. I thought
think
it's
it's
been
been a
longer than.
I think it's been 2 weeks. I talked about some vinyl
Oh, okay.
soundtracks, vinyl soundtracks.
I thought that was more than 2 weeks ago.
It might be at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I might be wrong, but anyway.
Did you watch it? I don't know if you saw it or not.
I thought I did. I thought
Okay.
I played it, but I don't remember specifics now, to tell you the truth. What?
I didn't want to scare you or nothing. There's just a clip of a.
Halloween? Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Of course.
4 a.m. here.
Oh my goodness gracious! Why are you up so late?
We got. Oh, I didn't
You
know.
have another insomniac?
Or maybe he's up early.
Oh well, that's
true.
Well, I don't know. Zenith has been around in the chat for a while. I've been seeing.
Yeah, but I didn't know we had someone from Portugal. That's cool.
Maybe he's got nothing going on later today. So
how's the weather over in Portugal?
Oh, okay. Ricardo's talking about that actor from Overboard. Is he really?
Oh wow.
Because whenever I see him, I'm seeing him talking in Spanish, and sometimes I can tell when they're acting bad, but sometimes I can't. Just because the language, I can't. Just like sometimes my husband can't tell when someone's doing really bad in acting because English is his second language, and he can't always pick up on the little nuances that can make a bad actor or a good actor. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, you can. It's easier to figure out when there's bad voice acting. That's obvious.
Oh yeah, we did talk about Raising Arizona. That's a fun film. Sorry,
I still thought he was good in. I still thought he was good in the remake for Overboard. I just wasn't as invested in the story as I wish I was.
So he says it's rainy over in Portugal. Well, it's rainy over here too, sadly.
And cold. Freaking cold.
Did someone just mention Wings of Desire?
Yes, it was up here. I was trying to find it again. Arturo popped it off.
What?
Okay, Cry Freedom or Wings of Desire.
Wings of Desire is beautiful.
Okay, I need to look this stuff up. Cry Freedom sounds familiar. Is that about? Who was that about? I think I saw that. What's the character that's about? I thought that was based on a true story. Yes, it is. Oh yeah, Steve Biko. And then I remember there was a song made about that. And who sang? Was it Peter Gabriel sang the song? Biko. I remember him singing. I remember the music video. I had completely forgotten about that movie because it was just, I wasn't, it's based on a true story, and true life things are often just awful. So that might have actually been the very first thing that I saw Denzel Washington in. Oh. And completely forgot that was Denzel.
Really?
I don't know if this is 8. I think it's 89, and we'll get to that.
Wings of Desire?
No, it wasn't. He was in Glory, that Civil War.
Oh, yeah.
With Morgan Freeman.
Wings of Desire. What was this about?
It was a German film.
Oh, that's why I've never heard of it.
It's essentially what, yes, exactly. It was remade in the 90s with Nick Cage as under the title City of Angels.
Oh, okay. I've heard of that movie, but I never watched it.
Yeah.
So, but like basically it follows both movies. They follow an angel who pretty much wants to become human.
Okay.
But like in both movies, they're for different reasons. In City of Angels, the 97 one, he wants to become human. I can't remember why. I want to say it's because of Meg Ryan. Like I've only seen bits and pieces of it. But with Wings of Desire, it really focuses on like how he really wants to experience all the little things in life, like tastes and like kind of stuff that humans take utmost for granted. But it takes place in like it's shot in Berlin. It takes place in Berlin, and like I feel like it's a very interesting. Almost like a time capsule of a movie, especially like since this is 2 years before the wall came down, and,
Right.
and you do see the wall from time to time in various shots.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I had never heard of that. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted by the comments, and I'm pulling up the Biko song by Peter Gabriel. No. Apologize. I was just going to put it in the chat in case anybody wants to see it.
But also what's interesting is I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the main actor in Wings of Desire, Bruno Ganz, German actor, I think he is the one who played Hitler in that movie, which has become a meme recently in the past 10 years.
Downfall, yeah.
Yes, Downfall. Yes, thank you. That's the one.
That one. Oh.
The one where, it's like Hitler reacts to such and such.
Yeah. There was one where he did there was one for Valkyria Chronicles. There was one for a character in Inuyasha. There was another one for something. Like, they've taken that scene.
Yeah.
Made it into something big.
Yes, it is live.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But, he was the main character in Wings of Desire.
Interesting.
The actor.
Oh, the main character. Oh, Zenith says that he recently passed away.
Oh, he
Unfortunately,
did?
yes, he did. Sadly.
When did he pass away? Last I saw he was still alive.
No, he passed 2 years ago.
Oh man.
Very recent. But he lived a long life, it seems. So.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He was actually born during the war. To be honest, I think he was 41.
Really?
41. Yeah, I think he's my granddad's age. Yeah. I actually do want to watch Downfall. That's one movie that it's German, but I want to see the aspect of it.
I heard it was really good.
Yeah.
It's always interesting to both hear and see about how like Germans are, taught about World War II and pretty much like the whole idea of, or no, I shouldn't say the whole idea. Of course, I mean, it all happened how it happened. And even, Germans today are like, yeah, we acknowledge that happened.
Yeah.
We hope it never happens again, kind of thing.
You know what I've noticed though? This may be going off a bit. Have you ever noticed in anime they always have a reference to Germans?
Vaguely.
They always seem to have a reference to that country, and I mentioned this in a podcast a long time ago. But I mentioned, is it because of the Axis powers, because they were allies?
Oh, Japan and Germany.
Yeah, I mean,
allies.
like Evangelion has a girl that's German. From Germany. Attack on Titan's got German names, and obviously what we're seeing, Mom, right now.
Yeah, it looks
a lot of references. In Germany. Yeah, I've seen so many animes to the point where they always have to add a German thing in it sometimes. I'm like, it seems like it's because of that, I guess. But that's just me looking into it. I don't know.
The only thing sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say the only thing I can recall from any German reference anime is Hellsing Ultimate, of course, because bad guys are the Nazis.
Nazis.
Yeah. Nazis.
Yeah, that guy in there, he's like on my top 10 evilest anime villains, but he's Nazi, so obviously we'll hate him.
He looks like a marshmallow. He's so fat.
So Rick was pointing out about what you were talking about with regard to Germany, and Rick was pointing out that Japan doesn't take much guilt for what they did.
Yeah. Well, that's weird because I thought the prime minister, or was it the emperor, did, but I don't think most of the country has yet, or at least.
You mean like the regular citizens of the country?
I don't know. It's weird because remember, like they refused to sign something because we had to bomb them because they had it coming to them. This was a while back, and I guess it was the emperor.
But I was getting the feeling that he's talking about as of today.
Well, but
Right.
this was like in today's standards. I thought that they refused to sign so and so because they knew that they.
I know what you're.
I'm a little confused by that because I felt like Japan does kind of take some of the guilt for what they did.
Was it some sort of? What are you talking about? Like some sort of official apology, or
something
and
like
then
that.
they refused to sign it because they were like,
like a newer one, not like
something like
45.
Yeah, I think he's talking about something that I don't know the specifics. I think this is something you just mentioned to me that they refused.
I mean, I know some of the Japanese, they do still honor the soldiers, even though they did commit atrocities.
Mm-hmm.
So that is questionable. But on the other hand, they also have respect, I think, for the American soldiers that like one of the veterans went over there. And I think they had respect for them. I don't know. It's kind of weird with Japan. I know Germany takes the guilt, but Japan is a bit mixed.
Germany is definitely gets beaten up a lot more than Japan and Italy do.
I mean, Japan did a lot of bad things. They sexually assaulted people.
I think that's something that happens in probably every.
But the worst part is that they buried.
Even with the good guys, this is something that goes on.
But the thing with the Japanese, like there's real footage of it, but they were like they put these Chinese, tied them up, they put them in this grave, and they kind of did what the Nazis did, except they were digging, like they were burying them alive. So they were just as like twisted back then.
That would make sense. What Zenith is saying is that how there was the government as opposed to strictly the emperor being like, having a lot of the blame for the atrocities of World War II. Because at least, if I'm not mistaken, Hirohito, who was the emperor at the time, he went on for another 30 years?
I don't know, but I do know that they viewed the emperor as like a god.
Yeah.
Or at least until.
So you could see why they wouldn't want to put blame.
Right.
But I mean, Japan and Germany have come a long way since then,
Well, yeah. I mean, it's,
Okay, so he's saying, so this is coming back to something Simon mentioned. Here's a Twitter thread I made recently in discussion about the culture warping effects of nuclear weapons that will totally change your view of the atomic bomb. And so he put up here, radiation creates superheroes in America and monsters in Japan.
Interesting.
I never thought of that.
It's crazy. Without for people that like anime, without World War II, we wouldn't have anime because the guy that made Astro Boy, he made it during the time Japan was recovering from the war.
Oh yeah,
that's the whole reason anime became a thing, was because it was post World War II. I just thought that was interesting.
But there's a lot of art that was born out of like the post-war era because of all these countries having to rebuild after war and devastation that they went through.
Mm-hmm.
And Japan, of course, being one of them. Italy's a really good example as well with especially the cinema that they came out with. Like even as the war was ending, like you could still see evidence of what life was like there.
Yeah.
And especially during the Reconstruction eras of, trying to build everything back up.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Destruction and then rebuild and then now look all nice and shiny again.
Well, yeah, that's surprising too, as to how quickly everything was able to, I guess, go back to some sort of semblance of normalcy.
Yeah. Like there's this guy on YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook that I follow. He puts up like historical pictures. There was a picture of like the guy holding a picture of a battle going on in a street, and then outside of that picture you see like what it looks like now. It's just crazy how time has changed, and looks like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
70 years ago. Like it was nothing but shambles. And
Anyways, back to 1980. Oh,
I
sorry.
know we took it like okay.
I just realized I talked over you. I'm sorry.
Away from World War II, back to the 80s. Yeah, so 87.
I'm sorry about that, son.
No, please don't apologize.
No.
We're all doing it. We're all. This is kind of how discussion happens.
Yeah, we did this when we did the podcast for 3 best films.
True.
Everywhere with that one.
Wow,
I can't really think of anything else from 1987. I know I like
a lot. But we talked a bit longer about movies than I thought we would.
I think I only saw 3 films of that year. That's Lost Boys, Predator, and Empire of the Sun.
Oh.
Well, I think Lost Boys would be the favorite for me. So
yeah, of 87. Mm-hmm.
For
I
me
don't
too.
see Untouchables though. That looks good.
You would like that. What about you,
Yeah.
Mike? What would be your favorite?
My favorite 87, I would say, would be Moonstruck.
Oh,
It's such a feel-good movie. I love it. It's a rom-com I love, and I don't like a lot of rom-coms, but also I love the whole. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that's not crazy about them.
Biggest thing, Cher. I freaking love Cher. It's amazing.
She proved in that I already knew that she was a decent actor because I had seen her in Silkwood. I think that might have been the first movie I saw her in as an actor. Because before that, she was just primarily a singer. And then she played in Silkwood, which is based on a true story that had Meryl Streep in it. And I forget the guy who played the male character. I forget who was in that.
much better actress than Madonna, I think we can.
Oh, for sure. She also played in a movie with Liam Neeson, which was one of his very first movies, either of all time or here. But I think he played a homeless man, and I don't remember the name of that movie, but it was a good movie. Let me look that up. Yes. Oh gosh, he was deaf, and she played an attorney, and there was some sort of murder mystery going on, and it was good. I remember I always liked it. So let me look it up.
88, the 2-year-old me in 1987 demands a shout out to.
This movie came out in 87 that I'm talking about.
The best show from the late 80s.
Liam Neeson?
Yes, it's called Suspect. And it came out in 87 as well.
Probably one of his earlier movies from here.
Yeah, he was really young.
I gotta pull this up on Wikipedia. Sorry.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. That's a movie that I enjoy watching. Ishtar, ha, Simon.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about Good Morning Vietnam? Yes,
a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Simon posted the name of the movie, Suspect. Yeah.
Suspect.
Okay.
And then
we did talk about Overboard. We haven't talked about Mask, but I don't remember what year that came out. That was that based on a true story as well?
I think it was the
guy with the deformed face. Didn't Eric Stoltz play him?
She got nominated for Mask.
Yes.
Corey again.
Yeah.
That was 85.
Oh, now.
85. Okay. Poor Corey.
Anybody touch on Overboard? Yes, we have.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Not sure, but did people under the?
Oh, his phone was about to die.
People under the stairs. That was actually a few years later. That was in 91.
Under the stairs.
Oh yeah, I'm required by law to know all Liam Neeson movies since he's from North Ireland. I like Liam Neeson. I have always liked Liam Neeson, and I recently saw An Honest Thief, which was in your theater for a little bit, Arturo.
Yeah.
And I think there's also another film that he's in called The Marksman, but I haven't even watched the trailer for that yet.
The Princess Bride and
Predator, yes.
Hold up, yeah.
They absolutely do.
Like Lost Boys too.
Except Lost Boys is very dated because you can tell. And Predator, you can't necessarily tell.
It's funny how there's different genres and they either hold up or you could tell they're totally 80s.
I don't think we touched on what's Hellraiser in.
I gotta step out for a second, but I'll be right back. Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Yeah, we didn't specifically talk about Hellraiser, and I forgot that was an 87 movie. I think I'm going to have to give. Yeah, I can see that. I would probably still pick Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's close because Predator has really grown on me.
Yeah, I like Predator too. I don't know. Something about Lost Boys is just fun.
It's fun.
Like, I like Predator. It's good.
Predator's fun too, but it's a different kind of fun. It's a gory, like. It's really
But Lost Boys is also funny too. I think I'm going to have to give it to Predator, best of 87. Not a bad pick.
Yeah, I had. I forgot about Hellraiser. I'm such a pinhead. As much as I love horror, I'm not the hugest fan of the Hellraiser series. It's okay. I mean, I watch it. I have it playing,
Yeah.
on Pluto
But it's
TV.
from
Or
the 80s, so you do get that 80s feel.
Yeah. It's different for sure. I don't remember how many movies there are in the series.
I guess, how would you rate this year, Mom?
Probably the second best year.
Yeah.
Unless my memory is triggered of other movies in the next couple years we're going to talk about. Yeah, I actually was going to watch. I wrote down The Gate, and I forgot to. I didn't scratch it out because I didn't mention it.
The Gate. What is that one about?
Okay, so The Gate has a young Stephen Dorff in it. He is the guy who played the bad vampire in the first Blade movie. He was a kid in The Gate.
Oh.
And it took me a bit to realize that was him because Teresa and I watched it, and I'd never seen it before. And he was in there, and I recognized his face, but because he was a kid, I could not place who the heck he was, so I had to look it up. And then I was like, oh, that's him.
This kid.
Was The Color Purple in 87? I thought that
was 85.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
I would say, yeah, maybe it would come second just because, I don't know. 80s is just a charm. The whole decade had a lot of great things.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of 87, I think of Lost Boys. I think of Predator. Yeah, Empire of the Sun is another one behind those, but I always think of Lost Boys of 87. That always comes first.
Predator. My goodness gracious, that brings back so many memories.
Cry, little sister.
So obsessed with that stinking movie. I still am. It's in my top 10. I did a video of my top 10, and it's in my top 10. Now I feel like I need to do a video of my top 5 Arnold movies. Maybe I'll do something like that.
I actually am going to put up the review of Lost Boys sometime soon. I have like 2 more reviews that are coming out I have a game review coming out Friday, and then I got a movie review Tuesday that's coming out. I've got like 2 more reviews.
Can you please send me the video of our Goonies review?
Not until I edit it first. I'm sorry.
But I can edit it on my end. I actually need to finish editing. I need to finish editing. The Hitcher. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit in our last video, I think. And that movie kind of terrorized me a little bit. I never forgot the scene, what he did to the girl in there. Oh, that was awful. And then they actually made, I think I mentioned this in the video, they made a Mexican version of this movie. And I didn't know it until it was on Spanish TV, and I'm watching this story, and I'm like, this seems very, very familiar to The Hitcher. And sure enough, it was.
Sure enough. Ding, ding, ding. Bingo.
It wasn't the 2007 remake, was it?
No, it seemed like it was an old. No, I don't think so. It was a Spanish language. I think it was from Mexico. Unless maybe it came before The Hitcher, but I want to say it didn't. But now I'm second guessing myself.
No, I'm only remembering the 2007 version, but very like little bits of it.
But the remake you're talking about, was that in English?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, this one was. This one might have been a movie that came out in the 90s, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't even remember the name of it. Roxanne was in 87. I remember that movie. I actually watched that movie a few times because I remember one of the characters who played in there was actually the fellow who played in the first Terminator as Ginger's boyfriend.
The
Yep.
Vanisher.
Roxanne was in there. I don't
So
remember.
like one view on Corey Michaels' movies. Sadly, Corey's not here.
What happened?
There's like one viewer on Corey Michaels' movies.
Oh,
For
yeah, he's
now that. Yeah, so to let people know for Corey Michaels' movies, sadly his phone died on him. He was on though.
I actually have to kind of get going now. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay because it's really
I was
late.
about ready
We do too, actually. 'Cause
so,
last night when we did our thing, we started at 7, so it was over at not an ungodly hour. But right now it's almost 12, and I've got some editing I have to do.
I actually want to eat a snack. Might have to. Yeah.
But thank you for inviting me on here too.
Yeah. Thanks for coming, Mike. It was fun.
It was really fun. Thank you.
Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and end the broadcast now. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Sorry, we're kind of like fading out now.
Yeah.
Getting a little bit late.
I will say 88 and 89 may take a bit for us to get to. There's like 2 things I want to watch that came out those years before we do.
You want to get prepared?
Yeah. But to make up for that, I was thinking we should probably try to do like a hangout thing where we just talk about whatever, just live stream.
Yeah, we had sort of talked about that a little bit.
Maybe to get on here in our last last night he was talking about that, or was it the night before that?
I think it was last night. Yeah, there's so much to talk about, but if maybe we could like do it. You know how we did our favorite films, our favorite anime.
Yeah,
and we could do one about our favorite TV shows, but that would be really hard because
the problem with shows is that there's certain ones I watch. I mostly watch anime because there's so many like shows that are kind of like just the same. But I did see Band of Brothers. We saw Turn. We were watching Preacher. We were watching Walking Dead.
Yeah, but some of them we haven't finished. So
no.
Right.
Okay. Thank you, Zenith. Thank you so much. And everybody else, thank you, Mike. You sound really tired. So we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast so we all can either go to bed or do some video editing.
Yeah, I need to learn how to sleepwalk and do both.
I know. Wouldn't it be great? If I didn't have to sleep, I totally would not. Because it's such a waste of time, but it's necessary, unfortunately.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike. Bye.
Have a good